Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
And today we are doing our 100K special video. So some of you guys will know we've been talking about it for a while. We're really excited to be finally doing this to celebrate our 100,000 subscribers on the channel. And as a thank you to the community and a bit of a fun, more informal way for you guys to get to know us, see a bit of a different side to us, learn a bit more about who we are, and just recap the channel's journey up until this point, we thought we would do a special video. We got a few different segments planned. We'll outlay what they are in a bit. And yeah, hopefully you guys really enjoy what we've got in store.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken us a while to get to this. We've had a busy 6 months.
So much live content coming out.
Yeah, so at this point, we've probably reached over 100K. We're about...
Over 110 at the moment,
So it's just so great to have that many of you guys. It's still mind-blowing to us that we have that many of you guys here with us, in on our journey and enjoying our reactions.
Yeah, I mean, we always say when we're on a walk sometimes, it doesn't feel real because we're behind the screen and you see numbers, and it's really those heartfelt comments that we read sometimes that you stop and go, holy shit, like, you know, these are real people who are joining us on this journey and sharing in our highs and lows and our moments. And that's when you sort of, you know, we feel almost overwhelmed or taken aback, like, wow, because we don't get to see you guys, you know, in person, and, you know, you see numbers and numbers that don't do so much. But then when you really realize these are people and we're sharing in these journeys, and it's a really cool way to be able to share in something we all love. And hopefully in this video, we just get to, you know, do that a little bit more with you guys. You know, obviously we can't always interact. You know, we read as many comments as we can, and we can't always, don't have the time, you know, logistically and practically to be as heartfelt in every comment as we'd like to be and really get, you know, deep. But hopefully it's some of these bigger videos we can just have that interaction with you guys. And we hope today's really fun, very informal. I want you to kick back and have some laughs. You know,
get your food ready.
Yes, get those snacks ready. There's bound to be some Spartan and Pudgey banter at some stage as well. So it'll be good. So before getting into it, obviously we want to say a huge thank you to the community, because without the community we wouldn't be here and doing something that's, you know, very much a dream for us. So huge thank you to all you guys who tune into our videos, share your thoughts, get excited to just go on these adventures with us, and you know,
even
interact.
when you guys like write all the comments on, oh, the video is a little bit late, like even those things, we just like laugh at them, not because like we find it funny, but more just like, holy shit, like
we can't believe that you guys are that excited for the content we've got. You know, we're sort of putting it out, and sometimes I still find myself being like, does anyone really like care about, like, you know, what we're talking about? Like, does it really matter? And then we'll see like on the YouTube and Patreon, like, oh my God, can't wait for this reaction. And I'm like, oh wow, like, you know, just, it's kind of cool that we are producing something and you guys are really enjoying it, which is obviously makes the whole experience a lot more rewarding. And
we're so, so grateful for the commitment that you guys have to this channel and to us. And yeah, we're just so thankful. Yeah,
so wherever you guys support us, a huge thank you. Obviously, YouTube is the backbone of the channel, so massive thank you to YouTube. We do have to say a special thank you to our patrons, because that is what allows us to financially do this as a full-time job, which means we can put out the amount of content we're putting out and, you know, just have the time to put our heart and soul into this. So, you know, always a huge thank you to the support from there, and a very, very special thank you to our moderators.
Yes.
They do get some flack from you guys in the comments sometimes when they're, you know, they're trying to be firm on spoilers and not giving us hints, but they do so much behind the scenes, so much. They help us set up our videos, understand lore, pick shows. They go above and beyond. So there are so many of them. Just, you know, they're all amazing, and they moderate spoilers in our comments, and they are great. Yeah, a lot of you guys see them in the comments, and you see them on their Patreon and stuff, and just give them love, guys. Big W to the comments. You know, to the comments. Big W, well, to the commenters too, but big W to the moderators, because they make this process so much more manageable for us, and we're eternally grateful for that, because we know they do it completely out of their own time, and support us and have a lot of passion behind this community as well.
Do you want to let everyone know what we're doing today? What's on the roster?
Okay, so what we're in store for, we've tried to create a variety of ideas, make this fun. We wanted to start off by giving you guys a brief history of the channel, how we got into this, you know, how it all started, and the journey to this point. So a lot of you might be curious, we got a lot of questions about that. From there, we were going to do a Q&A. We've put out a post on both YouTube and Patreon asking you guys to give us some questions. We chose some of our favorites to answer and give you guys a bit more insight into us. Mm-hmm. Then we've got 3 tier lists today. Now, I know you guys have fun with these. Our first tier list is going to be the Sneaky Snake tier list, where we're going to rank our top sneaky snakes on the channel.
It wouldn't be a Spartan Pudgey tier list without a Sneaky Snake one.
Yep. Our second one is going to be our favorite characters tier list. We've collated as many of our favorite characters as we can remember, and we're going to rank them from our most favorite to least.
From all the shows and movies that we've watched so far.
Correct. And then the third tier list is going to be ranking all the shows and movies that we've watched on the channel.
Yeah.
From our most loved to least loved. And disclaimer on that, because inevitably some of you guys are going to get heated anyway. So I know tier lists are always a bit of a, very passionate subject for people. But this is based on our enjoyment. We are not reviewers. We are not rating the show on their objective quality or whatever. We are just rating it on compared to what blew us away. And
how it made us feel in the moment.
Yeah, what connected with us the most on a first watch and what was a bit less. That's it. Have fun with it. Share your thoughts. Keep the rage to a minimum.
Yes, please.
Or the Spartan Army will be coming. You don't want the Spartan Army to be coming, all right? You ain't going to survive that.
So that tier list will hopefully give people who are watching this as well an idea on what we've done on the channel before, what we've covered. I know it's on our playlist, but we still get questions and some comments that are surprised that we've actually reacted to certain things that they're suggesting.
Yeah, or people often ask, can you guys react to this? And it's like, it's on the channel. So hopefully this, if you haven't seen it, you know what we've done on the channel, so you can go and check that out. It's all on the playlist. So how did Spartan and Pudgey begin? What went in behind the scenes to get to this point? I guess. A lot. Yeah, a lot. And we'll just sort of tell our story as much as we can remember it, as casually, and hopefully this will, give you guys an insight into our journey. So 2021, we were during lockdown. I was out of work because gyms were closed, so we were just on standby. Pudgey was still working. And I had the dream of, I was streaming a bit casually with friends, and I thought maybe I can make this thing a part-time gig, maybe I can grow it. I had time that I didn't have before, and I thought this was a childhood dream of mine. I'd sort of put it to bed and thought, that's just not me. Went to uni, finished everything, working full-time, that's it. And I thought, what? Bought some equipment, why not give this a try? Part of that was doing some YouTube content to get some traction to the stream. Because that's how you're going to grow the stream realistically. And that got me onto, after some gameplay videos and things like that weren't doing very well, got me onto reactions. And I saw some reactions and I liked the idea. I knew I was very passionate. So mind you, the channel was just Spartan at this point. It was my channel.
Do you remember who you saw reactions? Like which channel?
Yes, this comes later on though.
Okay.
Okay, Pudgey. Don't rush the story. Rush the process. So I'd seen some trailer reactions. I don't actually know who I saw trailer-wise.
Yeah.
But I thought, okay, that's pretty low-level editing, easy to do. I'm passionate. I love all my media and trailers. I was big on the trailers for shows we were watching at the time and Marvel stuff and all that and game trailers. Started doing a bit of that. It did better than my gameplay videos, but still quite low. But I was just playing with it. And then I slowly come across series reactions. I saw people doing it with like a lot of engagement, and I started watching them, and I don't exactly remember who my first ones were, but one of the ones that come to mind were Let's React.
Yeah.
They were doing Attack on Titan at the time, and I was watching Attack on Titan reactions, and I was quite new to reactions. I wasn't like probably as experienced as a lot of you guys are. And from there, I started to, I really enjoying it. I'm like, damn, I could really see myself doing this, having fun with it. Like, sharing my thoughts, my opinions, those moments with the community. Maybe this would be cool. Maybe it would get some traction, and I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
It just started as an idea. So I went to Pudgey and I was like, hey, we watch a lot of series together. Would you want to join me on this endeavor, this attempt? And I fully expected her to say no, because Pudgey's quite a private person.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be in front of the camera and out to the world. And
which is so weird that like we're doing this now.
Yeah. Mind you, the only reason you could say yes was because after me trying a few months in.
Yeah. So That was like mid 2021 for you. Around July, I had a pretty big car accident. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'll probably get emotional, but I had a pretty big car accident. I tried going back to my original job in child protection, but I was really, really struggling. I had a lot of pain and post-concussive syndrome, and yeah, I really just couldn't function like I used to. So I then stopped working, and I was just going to a lot of medical appointments and trying to get back to my original health, which we're still kind of dealing with today.
Behind the scenes, we still deal with a lot of like nerve pain, and we're trying to slowly address it. But yes, it's been a long road.
But that was the only reason why I had the time to say yes.
Yeah, so because of that, and in those early reactions, we'd watch like one, and then Pudgey would be like KO'd for hours. So it was a very slow process, but because of that, unfortunate circumstance on both our ends, we tried to make the best of it, and you were able to say yes. And so we just started the bare minimum, recording, and I'd be editing, and we were just slowly chipping away at it. And to our surprise, our first Witcher video actually it got like a K views in the first 24 hours, 1K, which for me, I was getting like 50 views, maybe 30. So that was like, whoa, what's this? We're on something.
We were celebrating. We were like, oh my God, this is so much.
So that sort of gave us the hope to be like, okay, this might actually work. We don't know what to expect. We didn't know at that point in time that you could do this full time. We didn't even know if you could do it part time. We just thought, okay, it might be something fun that we can express ourselves and, create some content, and it gives us something to do during lockdown and see where it goes. So Witcher was looking okay for us, and we're seeing some growth. And that just kept us going. It was, very slow and steady.
There were many times where we weren't going to beat Spartan and Pudgey.
Yes.
Not in that way, more just like the channel. It was a struggle.
It was very stressful. And we had a lot of technical errors, and a lot goes on behind the scenes to get to a decent point. There's a lot to learn. It was very stressful. I think I threatened to quit the channel like 50 times, and obviously with, later on work came back, and then you're trying to manage the two things, and it was a lot. It was a lot to do, and it was quite stressful, and you're dealing with your car accident, appointments and medical appointments, and just so much going on.
And pain, and just a whole lot.
It was a lot to go on, and we're very thankful we didn't quit. But that was part of it. After The Witcher, we didn't understand how this game worked, and we're like, we're just going to pick whatever show we like, and we just like, let's do Titans, because we were liking Titans, DC Titans at that time.
Yeah.
We did that, and we went from getting like 2K views a video to like 15, 20. And we were like, whoa, what happened here? Like, we were sort of like, holy shit. And thankfully, after a handful of episodes or so, you were sort of adamant to keep going. I was like, nah.
I'm not a quitter.
Yeah, but you also didn't understand how this works. And I was like, nah, I go, look, man, it's not worth doing this. Like, we need to do something that's in demand. And people were asking in the comments for Arcane. And I was a bit iffy. It was very out of my depths. But
I don't know. For me, I never heard of it before.
No, neither.
So yeah, I was just open to anything, really. Like, that's how I kind of am to this day. But you were kind of like, yeah, it's not really what you would necessarily go and watch, like, say, off the channel.
Yeah, no, it wasn't something I'd gravitate towards. We watched it, and that then brought us back up. I was like, okay, that took us to, 1,000. We reached 1,000 subscribers thanks to Arcane on the 5th of April, 2022.
Yes.
So this was about 6-7 months into the channel. April's 4th, right? January, February, March, April, and then we started in December. So 5 months. So 5 months in, reached the K. I'm like, okay, shit, like, there's potential here. We never thought we'd reach a K.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, for 5 months, obviously, until you reach 1K subscribers, you aren't monetized at all. So
most people probably know that, but
whereas once we hit the 1K, we were monetized.
And we make like $5 in the video. We're like, ooh, like 6 hours of editing, and it was like $5. But honestly, we didn't even care about the money. We were just excited that people were enjoying it and we're having fun. And so we did Arcane, and that was good. Then the next big choice we made for the channel was to do The Boys. Now, I'd seen The Boys season 3 had come out. We were nervous because we'd never done anything more than like a season or so. We're like, we don't know if we can commit to this. We barely knew about The Boys. I just heard about a bit of the hype. And that's when I'd seen channels like Nikki and Steven and Real Rejects. Some of these channels, everyone was reacting to season 3. And we were like, do we take a leap of faith? We had no idea what to expect. And we did episode 1. And I remember, like, I was back at work at that point at the gym. And I remember going on my break, and I remember we're at like 15K in the first like I don't know, like 16 hours, and we were like, what the hell? Like, we'd never seen views like this before. And we were like, what the hell? Like, this is actually getting traction.
Yeah.
And episode, pilots tend to do better, like pilot episodes. So episode 1 really reached over 100K. The others probably stabilized between like 20 to 30, but that was like crazy for us. We're like, holy shit, that's when we really, and that took us probably from 1K to like, that takes us all the way to 10.
I have no idea. I don't remember.
No, it took us probably to like 7 or 8. And in that time, when we were towards the late season 3, that's when House of the Dragon was coming out.
Yes, that was the big one.
That was the big one. And, your boy, he's taking full credit for this genius idea.
Yeah.
We were always saying we had to watch Game of Thrones one day, even before we started the channel. It was like, one day we're going to see what the fuss is about. It was very intimidating, 8 seasons. We're like, we're really going to start that on the channel? I don't know. Then House of the Dragon came out, and I had this idea, like, well, that's only 1 season. What if we tried to do that? And we were like, hey, we've never seen Game of Thrones, so that's maybe a unique perspective. We didn't realize how unique it would be.
Yeah, I thought a lot of people would have done it.
Yeah, and I thought, hey, if this does well, maybe this will give us encouragement to do Game of Thrones, and we know we're going to have people join us on the journey.
Yeah.
We would have never guessed in a million years how well it would have done.
No.
That was the idea that put the channel on the map. Like,
oh, yeah.
House of the Dragon did pretty well. We're getting 20, 30K views an episode, and next to the boys, we're like, oh, wow, our channel's doing really well. That took us to about 10,000 subscribers. And then we took a big leap of faith, and we were convinced by the community that was asking, you guys got to watch Game of Thrones. So like halfway through House of the Dragon, we actually started, I think it was halfway through or towards the end.
Yeah.
Some stage there, we actually started Game of Thrones because the boys finished up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when the channel exploded.
That's when it exploded. That's when we became full-time with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, essentially, like, for perspective, we went from 10,000 subscribers. So we reached 10,000 subscribers in 10th of September, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Then by the 14th of November, 2 months later, roughly, we'd reached 30K. And then by April the following year, so again, another 6 months or so, we'd reach 50K. So in 6-7 months, we went from 10K to 50K. When it had taken us more than that amount of time just to get to 10K. So the channel had and meanwhile, Game of Thrones was doing some views that we still haven't seen on the channel. Like, we were getting 100K an episode probably a week. Even in the later seasons, we were getting 60 to 80K comfortably. Like, the way the algorithm blessed us with that, and the community that jumped on it, and crazy.
Our community, jumped on that, no tomorrow. We built a new community, a bigger community, and a lot of you are still with us today, and we're so grateful for that.
So that was the defining move for the channel. That then allowed us to eventually go part-time and then decide to go full-time. Pudgey up and down with her medical stuff, but as much as we could put into this channel, we have been. And that changed the game. We never thought we'd be doing this full-time. So then, you were already out of work because of your injuries. I took a leap of faith and go, well, I'm going to quit my job for YouTube. I never thought I'd be saying that.
I know.
and then we just had to slowly just navigate this. And there were still a lot of challenges. But that was essentially how we got to where we are today,
Yeah.
I mean, then after Game of Thrones, some of the more iconic moments was, doing Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter were very big for the channel. Breaking Bad was really iconic. And we've done a lot of side shows in between that. And then we sort of got to where we are today, which we're doing Stranger Things, which is doing great. A bunch of shows around that. We're now doing pretty much weekly movies. We're pumping out the most content we've ever done, whilst actually managing it into a very manageable week. Often we were doing half the content, we were having to go way over time. We didn't have the resources we had today.
Yeah, that was a lot. Imagine having a concussion and you're back at work and I'm trying to edit the videos by myself very slowly, might I add. And you guys please more reactions, bring it out faster. I'm like, I can't. I can't do it.
Especially when, we're doing all the editing ourselves and we're not great editors. We're very new to it. There's a lot to learn, and, technical errors going on regularly and all this kind of stuff. Now we've got editors, amazing editors. Shout out to them. They are the backbone of the channel along with the moderators. They're editing, the edits you see, the amount of content we put out, it's all possible because of them.
Yeah.
So that's been super helpful. So then we can then, do what we got to do on our end. And that's essentially a brief but detailed recap of the journey to this point.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things go on throughout that. A lot of challenges, a lot of highs, a lot of lows, but
almost quitting the channel a million times. A lot of stress and it definitely, like, just keeping it real with you guys, maybe you want to know this kind of stuff, but it definitely challenged our relationship dynamic a lot because, I don't know, but I've understood why a lot of people say don't work with your partner through this, because blurring the lines of work and relationship and work stress seeps into your relationship stress, and we had a lot of ups and downs as a result, and, you know, we've gotten a lot better at managing that. It's still a work in progress, but working with each other is definitely, you know, you see, it's different working with people that you're not very close, intimate with. Well, because that line gets blurred.
Yeah, I think also, like, you don't know when work time is, especially with something like this. Like, it's a 24/7 kind of job. You kind of have to switch off and, like, make a time for yourself. And even then, sometimes it still creeps into your personal life. So then a job like this kind of seeps back into the relationship, and then you end up just talking about work and your ideas and your excitement.
Then it might lead to a work problem, and then you're getting stressed out, and then you're disagreeing on something for the work decision. And it's like, hang on, we've got to take a step back. Like, this is downtime now, you know? Yeah. Especially because we're in the fortunate position of, it's like it's a job, but it's also in line with our hobbies. You can get passionate and excited, but it's a fine line sometimes between not switching off. So, you know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes and a lot of stresses, but now we're in a place where we're very happy with the channel. We've got our systems down pat.
Yeah.
And there's still stresses like any job, but it's a lot more pros than cons now. Yeah. And we're in a, you know, very good place, and hopefully only onwards and upwards. And I do want to mention, out of order, but hey, who cares? I said it was going to be informal. That our first official video of Spartan and Pudgey, which episode 1 was the 11th of December 2021. So this channel, I had as my private channel for a long time, but 11th of December 2021 was when we actually started our first reaction video that, you know, to today. Yeah,
that was our first ever reaction video. Fun fact, the channel was still called Spartan.
It took me a while.
For a very long time.
Initially, it was my channel and she was like a guest.
Yeah.
Then when we saw, okay, we're doing this together, and, you know, you surprised me because you were like, yeah, I'm happy to, you know, like, try and help where I can and make time available. And I was like, well, I didn't expect you to, you know, to
jump
care
in.
that much.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, okay, then you eventually convinced me to name it Spartan and Pudgey.
I know, because it was kind of weird. It's like the name's one person, but there's two people on screen. I'm like, it can still be your channel. We'll just like put my name there.
Should we quickly say how our names came to be too? Because people are always asking that.
Okay. All right.
You can start with yours.
Yeah, mine's... Okay. Essentially, it's a nickname. One day when we first initially started dating, we were just laying down on the bed, like chilling, and Spartan goes, he was just like admiring me, as he does. And and he goes, oh, like, you're really pudgy. I'm like, do you know what that means? He goes, yeah, like cute and squishy. I go, nah, mate, like that's not what it means at all.
And then we Googled it.
No, hang on. In Spartan Pudgey fashion, we had a debate first. And then we Googled it, and it goes, rather large.
No, rather fat.
Oh, rather fat. And I'm like...
And I owned it. I go, oh, the name still fits.
The name still fits. And then one day, did you call me that, like, around the house sometimes?
It was a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
It was an inside joke in our relationship, but like years later. Yeah.
Yeah. So years later, I needed to make a PSN and...
To be able to game together.
Yeah, so we could game together. And... we're trying to choose a name, and I'm like, how about Pudgey? And he's like, are you sure? Don't you want something cooler? I go, no, I like Pudgey. It's cute. Yeah. And then,
it stuck. And we loved it. So to all you people who think I've held Pudgey hostage and somehow abused her and forced her to make this name, some people are like, you know, like, somehow it's my fault that you made the name. Like, I'm like, dude, what are you cracking that at me for? She chose it. So
the thing is, it really does suit me. Like, I love my food. I love my desserts.
And if you don't know us by now, like, you do you. We aren't people who get offended very, very easily at all. No. And we're very loose with our tongue and our language. We tame it down on the channel, but, you know, we don't really care. So calling Pudgey, even if we call each other fat ass or whatever, we're not like, oh, like, that's really like, we don't, our banter's pretty, you know, it's not for everyone, but it's for us. We have a lot of fun with it. You guys probably see some of it on the channel as well.
Yeah.
So like a word like Pudgey, some people might get really offended. We don't care. Like, it's not like that.
You can say how your name came about, which is quite simple.
It's pretty simple, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Obviously, I got Greek background, so there's a bit of pride behind Greek warriors and stuff. You know, I grew up loving warriors. I think I'd watched 300 when I was about 12 and just loved it. You know, it just blew me away. Loved the action, loved the scenes. And from there, I had to make a gamer name for the PlayStation 3, I think it was, or whatever. And I made Spartan, and it just stuck for years. And there were phases in my life where I almost got rid of it. But then in lockdown, when I was doing a lot of gaming, because I'd be streaming and wanted to keep my name private, you know, my squad mates would call me Spartan. And then it became sort of, everyone would call me Spartan. Even when we catch up in person, it was like, hey, Spartan. Like, it just sort of stuck. So then for me, and believe it or not, this channel was already called Spartan from like 10 years ago when I had it. And I was like, all right, well, Spartan and Pudgey just sort of flowed, and it's stuck ever since.
Yep, the rest is history. Now, I just want to mention the intro that you guys saw at the start of this video, a little like cartoon, I guess.
Skit, yeah.
Yeah, a little skit. I created it.
Yeah.
Me getting kicked out of the well, I created it. It was literally just meant to be us walking onto the couch. I was like, how boring.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't laughing at it, most of you guys are, but occasionally people misunderstand it and get a bit antsy about it. We love it. If you've seen the movie 300 Spartans, you understand the reference.
Yeah.
For those of you who may not have noticed, Pudgey is smiling the whole time, landing on a very safe and comfortable couch with treats, watching TV. I didn't kill it. I didn't kick it to a death or anything. Okay, so it's fun and you should enjoy it. But that's, yes, we designed it together. We both love it. And in spite of the constant threats to take it down, it is here to stay.
All right, so we're going to move into the Q&A. All the questions are from you guys. Hopefully we picked some of the ones that get asked quite often, and we try choosing some more personal ones as well so you guys can get to know us a little bit better. So the first question is, how long have you been a couple, and what kinds of things do you enjoy outside of doing your awesome reactions?
Okay, we're coming on to 7 years.
Yep.
It's
been a long time.
Couple of months. It's been a long time. It flies. It's crazy. What kind of things do we enjoy doing? You go for it first.
We like going out into the country when we can.
Love that, yeah.
Yeah, we like being active, which we haven't been able to do for a while just because of like my situation. But
where we can, if we can go for like some bushwalk and stuff like that, we love that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, whether it's work or not, we love watching series and shows and movies together. So that's something that we love doing and sharing in that.
It's become a bit harder to pick which ones to watch that we aren't on our reaction list, but we still get by. Yeah, on a more personal, I love gaming. I'm a big gamer. We both like sport, but again, with your injury, we can't do it. But if we can kick a ball or whatever, we like that stuff. But really getting out to the country and stuff, you know, if we are out there and we can do even a bit of like fishing or things like that, like water sports.
We're like country people in a sense. Like, we don't live in the country, but we just love that life that's like really lay low.
We're half country, half city.
Yeah.
But we do like just laying low, like you said, you know, light a fire, do a barbecue.
Yeah.
Just chill out, you know, just a nice, like, just slow day. That's really like a Spartan and Pudgey day.
Yeah. I mean, away from like my accident and my injuries, I just love being active. Like, I love sport. Swimming. I used to play soccer.
You're a really good dancer.
Thanks.
I thought you might not mention it.
Okay.
Before her injury, Pudgey loved dancing. And I can tell you firsthand, she gets shy to dance in front of people. I've only seen her dance like once or twice. But she's very good. Very, very good. More like pop and hip hop kind of dancing. Yeah. Yeah. She's very, very good. I think she's elite.
No, let's calm down there.
She's elite, and you only did it as a kid, but then the passion kept you going. Very good. If you probably won't, but if you had the benefit of seeing her at like a wedding or a christening, Pudgey's all eyes on Pudgey.
Anyways, I used to play a lot of sport growing up. Like, I've played, name it, I've probably played it. Maybe not the really out there ones, but I've done quite a lot.
Yeah, and you love your music.
Music I love.
You hear her music playlist. Even I came in, I'd come into her, I can't even say the words, probably get demonetized, but I'd come into her car and you got this rap pumping and the words, I'm like, what the hell? Like, little Pudgey is like, yeah, very different, dude.
I love like the old school R&B, the hip hop, the rap. Yeah. I like rock and things like that too.
And name some of the rappers you like Pudgey hardcore, you know, name some of the... You want to name them?
No, my favourite rapper is Eminem, but he's like a white boy.
But that's more mainstream, rapper. But you love your 50 Cent, you love Tupac. Do you like Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm surprised you know all these names.
I know the names, I just don't listen to them very often. But
Okay.
So Pudgey out there, even the smaller ones. What was the other one that
I'm enjoying. Well, I haven't heard a lot of the new stuff, but I like Kendrick and all those people. But yeah, my variety is quite wide. Like I've got a big
Usher, your boy, for
Oh, Usher, my boy. That's more R&B and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he my boy.
Your boy. Whereas I like more rock,
Yeah.
and I listen to a lot of playlists with instrumentals from movies, series, and anime that I watch, and game. Like those soundtracks, I love them. They just reconnect me with emotion.
Yeah.
I get very G'd up.
If you're ever in his car, that's what you're listening to.
I'll be playing the Interstellar soundtrack. I'll be playing Lord of the Rings. I'll be playing Game of Thrones soundtracks, God of War.
And he'll remember
300.
He'll remember what scene it's from.
Yeah, I get G'd up.
It's sick.
I love it. Next question. I feel like a lot of people would love to know how you met. I'm also curious as to what y'all did or do for a living before YouTube, and favorite shows that you already watched before you started reactions. All right, this is a big one.
All right.
I'm trying to keep this brief because I feel like we can talk a lot.
Yes.
You want me to do how we met, or
go for it?
We met at uni through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Where we met, I didn't really want to meet Pudgey, to be honest. I like keeping it to myself, but we ended up hanging out as friends and talking, and then it was really uni break that we had some uni events and we went to, and we hung out and got to know each other better. And your boy's charisma obviously rubbed off. And our first date was actually watching Wonder Woman at the cinemas.
Yes.
Your girl had mentioned that she liked Batman. I'm like, I haven't met too many girls that like this kind of stuff. And
he thought I was lying.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, she's just doing this to impress
because
me.
most girls that I'd be around or that I'd seen would be like, I like Batman, but they know nothing about it. They're just maybe trying to just sound. Whereas you actually knew you're talking about it a little bit, and you'd like some movies.
And now that you know me, would I ever do anything to impress anyone? No.
Unfortunately not.
What you see is what you get, my friend. But something that you didn't mention, which we've mentioned before, is that our families knew each other growing up. My uncle was best friends with your father. And so we would be at similar events, but never see each other. We had a big group of mutual friends, but whenever we would hang out with each of them, one of us was never there.
We kind of heard of each other, but we never really met. And now we met.
Yeah.
What we did for a living. So I was a personal trainer and a sports nutritionist.
And I was a child protection practitioner.
Yep. And now we're YouTubers.
Yes.
Favorite shows before we started? For me... Shows is very separate to anime, but I'll keep it to series for now.
Yep.
It was probably Arrow and Witcher, especially season 1.
Ooh, okay.
And Vikings. I've seen Vikings.
Okay. Arrow I loved, but the ones before I met you that I was like, oh my god, I love these, were shows that we're not really watching now. It was more like One Tree Hill, the OC.
You can't forget the most iconic for you.
The Vampire Diaries, which I got you to watch.
Yeah, and I actually enjoyed it in the end. Yeah, I also add to my list, I loved Daredevil. I'm happy to show her on the channel soon, but I watched that. That was very good.
So this is from Wifey, apparently. What traits about one another initially drew you to each other?
I think we're going to say the same thing for this one.
Oh, go on.
Probably, but do you want to...
You go first.
We like to talk quite deep about human behavior and the world, and to look at things, just from an outer lens. And I was just impressed that when I talked to you, I found you could actually we could have really good conversations. For me, I need to be able to have stimulated conversations. I don't really want to do the drama and the superficial blah, blah. That's not for me. And so that was a big part of it. And the second part was that, while people in the past, if I love my gaming or my anime or whatever, some people would laugh and it was fine. But I was like, all right, that's, not really my vibe. Whereas you actually could get into it. You were open to giving it a try. Yeah. You appreciated it. You give things a go and enjoy it. I'm like, okay, I can really see us be able to share in these kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, my thing was the first thing that you mentioned. I could actually have a deep conversation with you. People in the past, it was more just superficial. And then if I got a little too deep, they kind of didn't know where to go with it. And it was always like, oh, you're just an overthinker. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Congrats on your well-deserved subscriber count. Thank you very much. For obvious reasons, you don't snack when reacting, but do you have any go-to movie snacks for when you're not filming? I would also love to know if you feel like your taste in or appreciation for shows and movies have changed since starting the channel. And in case no one's asked this, favorite movie of all time. Damn, some of these questions are hard, man. And I haven't really like thought about these before. These are all our answers coming now.
All right, let's start with the easy one, the snacks. Okay, my go-to is more like combinations, right? So I love like a salty chip packet, potato chips with chocolate.
Big fat chocolate bar. Oof. I've seen this girl smack, obviously not very regularly, but if she wants to go hard, big pack of Smith chips.
Like the family one.
Yep. Then big Cadbury block.
The family one.
And I'm like, are you going to have like a quarter of that? She's like, no. Like, I'm dead. It's going to be empty. And I'm like,
I finish it.
I can't quite do that. That's unique.
Like, you feel sick.
Yeah.
But I love that. Like a Cadbury, like, they used to make like an Oreo Cadbury like block. They don't do that anymore, which is sad. But there's either that or like Ferrero's or something crunchy. Like I just want to crunch.
Yeah. I don't snack too much while watching stuff. It's not really like my go-to nowadays. But if I am going to, I think I really like salted caramel popcorn. I also like the Smith potato chips. And I don't mind a bit of chocolate, but if I have like chips and chocolate together too much, I feel like icky. So
you ain't a pro like me.
For me, I think it's more a drink. Like if I can get like a kombucha or like, you know, a soda or something and just sip on that, a bit icy, that's kind of enjoyable. Or even like a coffee. That's sort of like more me. But other than that, I think I get too immersed in the movie. So I almost you know, it might sound weird for some of you. I used to be a big snacker, but then it just sort of habit flew away. Didn't fly away, but you know, has our taste in shows and movies changed? Yeah. For me especially, I think both of us really have opened our eyes.
Yeah.
I was very much, and I still don't regret it, but my niche was anime, warriors, and superheroes. And they're still my favorites. But since then, I've watched a lot of different media that I would have never appreciated, even at the time, arguably didn't fully appreciate. And as we've watched more, you know, one that comes to mind, for example, is Arcane. When we watched that, I was quite critical. I enjoyed parts of it. I didn't enjoy other parts. I think if I watched it today, I would enjoy it a lot more than when I watched it back then, because what I can appreciate and enjoy has expanded, you know, monumentally. Back then, I was coming straight from like 300 and Batman vs Superman to Arcane, and I'm like, yeah, it's all right, but you're not giving me those G-Up vibes. You know, so for me, big time. Well,
we've just tried so many different things that I was like, yeah, I'll never watch, and one of them was Game of Thrones. So yes, my taste has changed, and I'm very appreciative of the channel for that. Favorite movie of all time? That one's a hard one. Yeah, I'm gonna be that person. I can't really tell you.
For me, it would have to be. I can't be just one. It's 300, Batman vs Superman Extended Edition, Logan.
Holy shit!
Those three, like when I think of my most iconic, those three are the ones that just emotionally impacted me the most. Yeah, like there's a lot of movies that could fit in there, man, but those three just. When I watch them, your boys on like proper hyperactive.
I might have to really think about that one and then come back to you guys eventually. Would you guys ever include friends or family members in a video as a guest?
Potentially. I'd say it would depend. Obviously, we need to improve our setup, which we're hoping to do in the future. So we've got to have...
right now it only fits 2 people.
Yeah, we've got to be able to fit them. It's not always easy to do because people can feel kind of comfortable or awkward. But we're open to the idea. We never say... Never, but also can't guarantee.
Yeah. Is that something that you guys would want? Let us know.
Let us know. You know, we're happy to have guests and have some fun with it. So we'll see, potentially. What is your biggest pet peeve about each other in regards to filming? Oh, I'm going to have fun with this one. Does your partner have a phrase or behavior that seems to be recurring throughout the channel that bugs the crap out of you? Oh, dude, this is a good question. It's a good question. And on the flip side, what are some phrases or behaviors your partner uses a lot that you think is super charming? Oh, damn. That's a good question.
All right, you can start.
Oh, damn. All right. We'll do each part each.
Okay.
So, biggest pet peeve. You guys will know me. When Pudgey starts laughing, some people are like, you know, what's wrong with Spider? What doesn't he do? When she starts laughing, that's the next 15 minutes gone.
Probably more.
And most of the time, it's when I've got to say this massive long line, and it's always between us. So I've resaid the same thing like 20 times. And yes, I'm pretty tired of saying the same thing.
And then I just start laughing.
And mind you, I can't rock up and be like, hey guys, welcome to the channel. Like, you're going to be like, what's wrong with this video? Yeah. So each time I'm going to be like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan. And then laughing and be like, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome back to the... And I'm doing that again and again and again and again. Right? Definitely my pet peeve.
Mine is when you clear your throat all the time. It is so annoying. Sometimes you're going to be unwell or whatever it is, cool. Every damn video, look.
What do you mean, look?
No, I was like, I thought you were gonna...
No.
I thought you were going to clear your throat.
Yeah, I don't know what happens.
It's so annoying.
One of the solutions we figured out was to, I don't know what, if I brush my teeth right before the video, for some reason, like the toothpaste, like it would dry out my saliva, so I'd be like, it doesn't happen to me anywhere else other than recording.
It is so...
But now it's gotten a lot better.
Oh... I thought the pet peeve you were going to say for me is when, like, I say I'm ready and then I do something with my hair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. I could go into a massive list. I thought for me, you were going to say, like, because, you know, your boy can be a bit short-tempered, impatient, or when I'm, like, gone on a massive runner and, like, there's no entry point for you to come and give your thoughts.
Yeah, but I love that about you sometimes.
Right. A phrase that bugs the crap out of you. Okay. This would be a bit hypocritical because I also say it too, but I think for you, it's, you say like a lot sometimes, like, obviously it's just hard when you're trying to talk all your thoughts sometimes and you're trying to do it in a good take. You use these filler words without meaning to, it just happens. Yeah. But like for you, when I'm editing, I'm like, oh my God, like. And you know, like, you know, like happens like, I'm like, oh yeah. Dude, I've tried to chop that shit out.
Oh, well, I think one that's for both of us, we say, what's one that we say all the time
on the
during
reaction? Oh shit. Or like, oh shit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And those two. God,
yeah.
They just
and no way.
Like how many different ways you can say something sometimes, you know? We'll be like, oh shit. But sometimes when we're editing.
And interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Sometimes when we're editing and we see that happen like 3 in a row, we're like, fire out. That's not, it's not the greatest value, but.
Oh, well, it is what it is.
Super charming phrases.
Yeah.
Probably everything that I say. I don't know.
Look, I just love when you're witty and I don't know how he does it. Sometimes like we're going to back and forth banter and some lines that it rips out and then I just can't say anything. I just have to laugh because I'm like, I can't top that. That was just too good. I love that.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know a super charming phrase that stands out. Sometimes when you make me laugh and it's funny, like if you catch me out on something and it's particularly funny, like I can laugh, but nothing like stands out. So that's...
Yeah. Lovely. Okay. So what TV show or movie would you make Pudgey watch knowing she probably won't like it and vice versa?
Make you watch, knowing you won't like it.
Yeah. You're not that kind of person.
Nah, I'll watch by myself then. I don't have no interest. If she's going to potentially like it, but most things I like, it's very hard. Not many things that I would like, you wouldn't like.
Mm-hmm. For me, I wouldn't like make you sit through something that you don't like, but initially off the bat, it's something that you wouldn't like. And I feel like you would grow to like some bits of it, but something like the OC.
I had a feeling you were going to say that
Yeah, one. I think I would want you to watch that with me one day.
Well, Vampire Diaries was one that you did. And I resisted for a long time. And then I finally said, screw it, we'll try it. And I actually ended up liking it a fair bit. Yeah. Surprisingly, it's not a traditional Spartan show, but it grew on me.
Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing, awkward thing you did or said during your reactions? Oh.
You guys know mine. Do not even come for me.
What's yours?
Come in my ass.
Oh, yeah, on that video. Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm sure there's plenty more on the channel, right? But sometimes it just like things come out because you're trying to do it before, you know, there's important dialogue and things come out of you. But anyways.
Yeah. I don't know about awkward because usually we can edit those out. But for embarrassing, I mean, again, not too embarrassing, but if I have to pick one, like sometimes if I've like destroyed you for a theory, like that is ridiculous, like, you know, nah, I'm not laughing at you, whatever. And then we'll get to the end of the episode or episodes later. And by the time we're editing it, we've watched a couple ahead and it turned out to be true. I'm sort of like, I'm already thinking, here we go. The comments are going to be coming for me, like, you know, and I'm really like confident about it. But hey, that's part of the fun. But yeah, that's probably...
The most recent one, go check out Arrival.
Oh, oh God, that is some bullshit. Some bullshit. Now, our lovely moderator, Sudden Impulse. For those of you in the Discord community, you'll know we love Sudden to bits. He's great. But you will know he's known as the man that writes essays. You ask a one-word question, you will get an essay. Mm-hmm. Now, no surprise, we asked for you guys to give us a question. Sudden gave us 7. But because this man does so much for the channel, we do need to try and answer them all.
We'll do like rapid fire.
But it's a very sudden question. Oh, I'm surprised there were 70, to be honest, but sudden, thank you very much. Top 5 favourite foods, both of you. I don't mean candy or desserts, as you two have covered that a few times. Favourite foods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. You ready? When we go out to a restaurant, a lot of the time, I like getting a Parmigiana. Parma, I don't know what you guys call it in your area of the world, but that's like my go-to. And I'm a bit of like a snob with them. Like I will look for the best Parma.
Yep, that's 1 out of 5.
Yeah, go now, do your one.
Look, these are like favourite foods, not, this is just like forget takeout or whatever, just whatever I go to.
Yeah.
I love burgers, like a fat burger, bacon, cheese, everything, double beef.
Mm-hmm.
I love pizza. I love like a ribeye steak.
Yep, add that to my list.
That's for you too, yeah. Love a ribeye steak.
I love potatoes.
Yeah, like crispy potatoes in all forms.
All forms. Besides mashed potato. That's the only type of potato I don't like.
And we love barbecue. Like barbecue, most things we love. I think that's more or less 5.
Yeah.
Top 2 countries each of you would live in if you could pick any place in the world. I don't have a desire to live anywhere else, to be honest. New Zealand would be one that's closer to Australia.
Yeah, true.
For me,
New Zealand would be nice.
Other than New Zealand, I've thought about, I don't know how practical it is, but like Atlanta, or is it Atlanta or Antarctica? Like, which one is it where people live in?
Like you'd want to go to like Greenland or Iceland
somewhere
or something.
There, like just
or Switzerland,
off the grid somewhere for a bit, maybe just off the grid somewhere. But I'm happy in Australia.
That could be nice. Well, when I was doing university, I was going to do a exchange in America, in California. I don't necessarily know now that I'm older that I would love to live in America, but I'll just throw that out there. But yeah, Switzerland or something like that could be cool.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know much about these countries. I've never been, but
yeah.
Most preferred time period you want to live in. So this is always a fun one. Like I dream about it. The reality is this time period is more or less the best.
Yeah.
If I was to pick most realistically, like genuinely, maybe like the 80s and 90s, like being maybe a bit older during the 80s and 90s.
I think so. I think that would have been the best.
I feel like that would have been a really nice period where everything was up and coming, but not too saturated.
Age, in the 80s and 90s, perfect.
I think that would be the most realistic. Now, there's a little, fantasy part that says like during the Spartan period or during even like the 1700s, but I know that
gruesome.
Reality it was very brutal. It's not all just fantasized the way I like it. So realistically, I think 80s and 90s would be like the best period.
Yeah.
Especially after watching Stranger Things, that's like made me just like crave a lot more of like when everything was just very up and coming and iconic, not so saturated like it is now, and just it's almost too accessible. You don't appreciate it enough. Which celebrity would you have a lengthy sit down and meet up with most? For me, I'd say Henry Cavill, because not only do I love his movies, but I also know we'd actually like be able to nerd out in person.
I reckon I'd have the most fun with him, honestly. Like if I was going from like a serious perspective, I think that would be, he would be great. He just seems so down to earth and chilled, and there are
a lot of other actors that I love their movies, but would we be able to have a real good chat in person? I don't know how much we'd vibe. With Henry Cavill, I feel like we could. Biggest life lesson or 2 you both have learned over your life experiences? Damn, this is a hard question.
Sorry. That's what I thought about that one. Nah. That is hard because like there's plenty. I mean, I've learned a lot like throughout my accident. I think one would be to like really remove myself from the things that I can do and what my body can do, and like see value in me rather than like things I can do for people or for myself. I think that is like a really big one, and I've carried that through to, like my everyday life.
Yeah, I think for me, it's a very big question. I don't want to talk too long, but probably I'm very much a fighter, and that I don't have to fight every battle. I don't have to win every battle. Like being able to just say, I don't have to prove myself.
Yeah.
What the situation or scenario says about me doesn't matter. I can just live over here where I'm happy, and I don't need to always prove myself in every situation and get too competitive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is just as you get older, to a degree, I want to say it's just definitive law, but yeah, you do get wiser, and we
definitely not definitive.
and we always look back at, you know, when we're younger, and you don't know what you don't know. So experiences, you know, sometimes you just gotta not be in a rush. That's the other one. Don't be in a rush. We're always in a rush to grow up, and we still fall into that trap. And it's like a rush to the next thing, rush to the next thing. It's like, dude, life,
enjoy what you've got,
is only here for a short time. You know, just trying to slow down.
Yeah.
Realize that when you get what you're you know dreaming about, you're gonna have another dream at that point. It never really ends.
Yeah.
So just trying to appreciate what you've got now that you didn't have 5 years ago, and just slow down and enjoy this day, because this day is never going to come again, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I think just to add to that is really take the time to enjoy what you've got, like appreciate life. Don't just be like on the grind 24/7. Really enjoy what you've built and, you know, the fruits of your labor.
Because it reminds me of a meme that I read, which was, it was something about, I wish when we were in the good old days, someone could tell us that we were in the good old days. Like, everyone always says, oh, the good old days. When you're in it, you don't actually realize how good it is. So if you could afford to buy anything, what's the one thing you'd like to buy most? Probably just a nice, comfortable house.
Yeah.
Honestly, wouldn't even go too big with it. Just something that met our needs, and, you know, we could function from it and was in good working order.
Yeah. I always say house and like a nice holiday. For me, it doesn't have to be like extravagant or whatever, but just like to see the world a little bit, just go out of routine. I like coming out of routine sometimes. We're very simple people. Like nothing crazy. I mean, look, let's be fair. Like if we were to go down the fun route, like you would probably say like a life-size statue of Leonidas or something.
Yeah, I suppose if I could afford anything, maybe I will conjure some, maybe like the top tier PC and the TV combination, and maybe like a, you know, like a top tier Land Cruiser, you know, like practical things, I guess. Yeah. But I'm very happy with what we've got mostly, and most things that I want, I just sort of save for it, and I have very attainable goals. I don't think we don't dream about the private jet or the whatever or the man. Like, we don't really craving those kind of things. No. So even car wise, like we're happy with a very, you know, sustainable, doable car. If I could get like a better, great, but they're still quite.
Sorry, that was a boring,
not a very fun answer. We're very happy with the, you know, as I said, that's the countryside. We're happy with just, you know, we enjoy a bit of our tech and this and that, but we like just a medium.
Maybe
tier.
We'd hire a chef just so we can enjoy some nice meals. Maybe that's a bit more fun.
You two are probably my top 3 creators that I follow out of all the reaction channels. Damn, that's very high praise. Thank you. Is there any reactors that you guys like or follow that maybe influence you guys to start doing reaction videos? Thanks from Patrick, all the way from sunny Southern California. As I said, Let's React were one of the main ones that I watched from the beginning. Mm-hmm. One that I watched years ago as a kid was Spaz Boy's comedy. I used to watch, I think his name's Curtis. He still does videos now, so he's great. I used to watch him when I was like a teenager, and I'd watch him react to like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto scenes out of context, and then I just found him so fun. So that was like my first introduction to reactions.
Who else is there? Like obviously Carly and Ange, Halo and Kids.
Nowadays, well, hang on, because this is saying reactors that you guys that influenced us to start.
Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah, so that was probably it starting wise. Then we just sort of started.
Yeah.
Since then, that we actually watch and follow. Like Halo and Kiss, we like in their Attack on Titan reactions. You know, our friends Kai and Ange, we watch their reactions when we've got similar shows that we've watched. By the way, check their channel, especially if you love anime. They do a lot of anime, and they are our friends. We live in the same city in Australia, so check them out.
Don't trust Hannah?
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of we've seen a little bit of her stuff, and I like Blind Wave. You know, I sort of see them as like the modern day cooler version of Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
So we do love their content there. You know, we love having a couple of guys to nerd out, and they're pretty passionate. So they're fun. I mean, there are a lot of channels I'm not going to remember, you know, and we sort of go in and out of watching stuff with the time that we have. But those are some of the ones that come to mind.
Yeah. So the next question, do you guys see YouTube as a professional thing or more of a hobby? For example, if you started watching a show you didn't like, would you guys still be reacting to it from a professional standpoint? And have your private watching of XYZ show movies changed your perspective since starting YouTube? Do you analyze more, maybe pick up on more stuff than before? Much love from Sweden.
Bit of both, I say, with the professional hobby thing. Like, it is a job, and we do have to perform and, you know, be on our A game. You know, we have to make sure we know what's going on, and there's an element of professionalism there, and trying to articulate our thoughts and stuff.
Yeah, I think a better word than perform, because like we're not acting, but it's...
No, perform, I mean like we've got to be locked in. Like, we've got to be focused on the show, absorbing. You can't sort of dope off and, I missed what happened there because it's just not going to be good content.
You guys would come for us. But yeah, like it's more just, like you said, being very active and, you know, before reactions, I would be quite quiet. But I would be analyzing a lot. So from that perspective, that hasn't changed for me. It's more just like remembering to voice it now.
Yeah. And I think the reality is there's a fine balance too, because to love this and to be authentic in this, we've got to really be us. So we've got to sort of let our passion, and that's where the hobby part comes in, and our excitement for the shows do the talking, and that's where our discussion comes. You know, we can't, if we're overly like analytical, we won't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we've got to be very much bring our energy to the, you know, to the table, but we've got to also like show up. And actually, if we just didn't say anything, it wouldn't really work. And yeah, I would say probably more so for me, but for both of us, our private watching, since being exposed to a lot more media and a lot more types of content and stuff, it's definitely enhanced our ability to pick up on things. And
I was always this smart.
Okay. I'd say in general, we like to really look deeper into shows, but this kind of, you know, watching more is just broadened and, that's from that, and even more awareness in actors, and it's definitely broadened our awareness of content and genres. And, you know, you were not very confident in a lot of genres, now you are. So
yeah, for sure.
Hi, Spartan and Pudgey. What are some of the key things you've both learned individually through the YouTube reacting process from when you started until now? What were the most challenging moments and how did you both overcome these? Sorry, this sounds very interviewy. All right. The whole thing's kind of like an interview, but we're trying to keep it fun. Key things we learned individually through YouTube reacting. I
think for me, like I just said before, I was very quiet when I would watch a show. And not
very expressive.
Yeah.
You used to annoy me.
A lot going on in here, but like I just wanted to process everything and then chat about it. So I really had to learn to, maybe like I've overcompensated because I don't shut up now, but I had to really learn to like be expressive and like just whatever's going up in here, bring it out here, you know?
For me, probably the biggest thing to learn was to have to sort of work with you, like have a discussion, because I'm a very talkative person, and that means that I often can forget to let people like respond.
And I'm the listener, like I'm a good listener.
And I'm not a great listener. So having to learn to actually share the spotlight and discuss and listen and be a bit more patient, because my brain can also race a lot and I've got to sort of slow down. So I had to learn how to sort of share this channel with Pudgey. It was a process. I'm an oldest brother, you know, so I'm always used to like taking charge, and so having to share is not always the most natural thing for me, but I've gotten better at it, I think.
You have.
So the most challenging moments and how do we overcome them? Probably learning to work together.
Yeah. I mean, I would say at the start specifically, we had a lot of tech issues. That was really, really hard.
Yeah. Just learning a lot. The fact that you don't have anyone to really call. There's no boss if something's going wrong. There's no direct company to help you out. Like you've got 90 different trades going on in the one. And if one thing goes wrong, you've got to spend your time figuring it out. And sometimes when we've had a mic not working or audio not working, and this is your recording day and you're stressed, like, dude, we need to record to be able to do our work tomorrow. And you spend hours, you can't record that day. Everything gets pushed back in that week. And, you know, people are expecting content and it can be stressful when that's happened. We've gotten better at it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we had to learn everything from the ground up. Usually people come with some skill set. You did more so. A little bit, yeah. I came with nothing. Me and technology, we aren't friends. Like, we do not get along.
You came with a can-do attitude.
Yeah, that's what I came with. And that helps us a lot. But I learned to edit. I learned to
turn the computer on.
Oh, calm down, buddy. But like I learned a lot of things, and even stuff that I was like, I'm never gonna understand, like mic stuff or whatever. I really just, because of like tech issues, we've really learned a lot. So I think, just being open to learning and being patient with that is probably one of the biggest things that we've implemented to overcome those things. What about your reactions do you love the most, and how does getting to share this experience together feel?
I think I love our discussions when we've had an episode that we're both really vibing and we're both really excited, and we get to just explore and theorize the potentials and, I'll say something and you'll be like, oh, wow. And then that'll make you say something else and be like, and then we're just sort of like together. You know, it sort of happens with things like Interstellar or Arrival or, you know, some of our heavier shows. But we're really just nerding out, having fun. And then people are loving our theories and we're excited to like see what the community is going to, you know, share in our theories. And that's probably like the most fun for me.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I just love the banter that comes out of those discussions. And, you know, we do have a stimulus, which is the show or the movie, that brings that out. Like, whether we can poke fun at each other for being wrong or right or too arrogant or whatever it is. Yeah, I think that's the most fun. I feel like doing this alone wouldn't be the same experience. I feel like it would be quite lonely, even though we've got all of you guys. Again, like we said at the start of the video, we don't get to see your faces and, you know, we're typing to you guys, or, you know, you're a number on a screen sometimes with the data.
And when we're recording, like, we're in the room alone. So we've gotten used to, I think, visualizing that even at this very moment, we're talking to you all.
Yeah.
And it's a process, but sometimes you can sort of snap out of it and be like, hang on, it's just us in this room. And you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of awkward. And then you got to snap back into like...
Because sometimes, it's right. You're right. Like, I feel like people are like watching us, if that makes sense. But you look to the side and you're like, no one's there other than you, which is great.
What advice would the Pudgey and Spartan of today give to their past selves who are just starting the channel?
Be patient.
Trust the process. Maybe be a little kinder to yourselves. Don't, you know, smash yourselves down so much when things aren't working. Trust the process. Let your love and passion do the talking and take the time. But it's always easy to say that in hindsight too. So
for sure,
we dealt with it as best we could at that time.
And I feel like go with the process rather than resist the process.
And for me personally, be more open-minded.
Yeah.
I was very stuck in my ways, and you know, if I was more open-minded and just explored things, it might have been a little bit smoother with like content choices and things like that.
What are some tips you'd give to someone who wants to start their own reaction channel? Now, I'm going to start off by saying we are not professionals.
Yeah. There's a couple of people that...
We're still learning.
We're learning all the time. And, you know, honestly, it's a hard one because it's very subjective. We just came not knowing if anyone would want to watch us.
Yeah.
And if you can find a community and audience that enjoys what you're about, just... stay in that lane. Don't change. You know, you got to be you. Like the internet, there's always going to be someone, you know, people all the time don't like what we're about. We get comments and that's fine. You know, we're not going to cater for everyone, but there are a lot of people who like what we're about and that's what makes this so enjoyable.
Yeah.
So, you know, just stay in your lane, be you. And if it's, you know, you will find the people that like what you're about.
Yeah. But I think you also have to bring passion to this. If you're not passionate, it's going to come off and you're not going to be enjoying what you're doing. And look, the YouTube game is hard. Like, it's gonna knock you down multiple times.
And it's not going to be for most people, it's not going to be a quick rise to anything. You got to be prepared to enjoy the process, take it slow, love what you're doing, and know that it might be many years before your channel gets, you know, it just depends. Now, more logistically speaking, I'd say take the time before you rush through a reaction. Take the time to learn the tech, have a setup that works, do some trial recording, and just know that it works so that when you do start recording, you're not having all these stresses and anxieties, and just make sure that the setup is comfortable for you and then do it. Don't have it as a whim and then you've done a setup and half the shit's not working, because I sort of did that last minute, like, oh, I'll put things, and I was stressing a lot on the day and it wasn't good.
All us girlies want Pudgey skincare routine. I and others are always amazed at that glowy complexion. Do not be fooled. This is not my natural complexion. I put a lot of work into this, a lot of money into it, and coming soon.
I mean, in saying that, I mean, not really. Like, you do a lot of some natural stuff. Yeah. Like, you know, every so often, but when you say a lot of work, like, it is natural.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you have a light bit of makeup on, but... So yeah, like maybe take away a bit of the makeup on an average day.
Yeah, I put a bit of tinted moisturizer on and a little bit of blush, and that's about it. Yeah. But when
you say a lot of work, it's very normal stuff. Like,
yeah, I take care of my skin. Yeah. I will get like a facial once in a while. Like
work can mean very, you know, like it sounds like you had a mini surgery. So I'm like, let's clarify that a little bit.
No, this is all natural. But back in the day, I used to have really, really bad acne, but I went and saw someone, a professional, to help me, and we kind of like got out of that phase, and now it's just like managing.
I think the big things, like I'll just talk on the big things you do that I think a lot of people underestimate is you eat a really good diet, really whole food focused, good, lots of proteins and fats.
Yeah.
You are active as you can be. You get a lot of fresh air and sunlight.
Yes.
You try to get good sleep.
Sun is a big one.
Yeah, it does come down to a lot of these basics. You sleep 8 hours as much as you can. You just try and manage your stress. Like a lot of these basics, everyone says, yeah, we know those, but no one does them. When you actually do them, and not just do them for an hour or 2 hours, but do them week in, week out, it makes a massive difference to how you feel. The others are all the 1%ers,
Yep, so that's all my secrets.
If you guys could live in any universe, whether it be from a show, anime, movie, or game, or which universe would you choose? Oh, god damn, dude. It's hard. I've got a few universes, Like, I'd love to be in, like, the DC Justice League universe.
Okay.
But I'd also love to be in, like, a Lord of the Rings. I think would be very fun. With all the adventure and stuff. Anime, I'd love to be in, like, Dragon Ball Z or Naruto universe.
This guy just wants to be in everything.
Oh, man. I'll think of so many more. I'll try and, keep it to those. Yeah, so many good universes.
I feel like... I don't know, but something like the Lord of the Rings looks cool. Like that universe, like the landscape just looks amazing everywhere.
See, there are universes I love that I don't know if I necessarily want to be in. Like, I would say the Spartan universe, but, being realistic, it's also very brutal.
Yeah.
Very hardcore. You're probably, going to die on the battlefield. Like, it's very rough, so I'm being realistic there. Part of me would love that, but then there's reality.
Yeah, I feel like... What are some... Like, if you guys have seen Outlander before, like, I love just, like... If I could experience different time periods like that, that would be quite fun.
The nicer parts of that, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be more for the universe. It would be, like, so I could meet the characters. Yeah. If that makes sense. So, like, Vampire Diaries and all that kind of jazz. If you could be hypnotized to forget about a show or a movie that you've seen, to be able to re-experience it for the first time, which one would you choose?
For me, it would be either Game of Thrones or Attack on Titan.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, Attack on Titan, definitely for me. And I reckon the Vampire Diaries.
I'm going to add Naruto to that as well. And 300. Actually, and all my favourites, honestly. If I could watch them all again, I'll watch them all again.
Oh my god.
I'm a foodie, so might as well go down that road for both of you. If you had to pick one meal for the rest of your lives, what would it be? Oh, damn.
Damn.
Health considered, I'd say ribeye steak.
Mm-hmm.
Health not considered?
Yep.
I'd say...
With the ribeye steak, I want like some potatoes, white potatoes.
Oh, yeah, if you can do all that.
Yep.
Oh, meal, like, yeah, okay,
meal.
Potatoes and steak and maybe some, like, broccolini or something.
Yeah, sure.
That's one meal forever. Sure. You want to mix it up,
yeah, okay.
If not health, like if health didn't matter, maybe pizza.
Ooh.
Yours would be like Cadbury chocolate or something.
Yeah, the chocolates and chips.
But that's your only meal?
Yeah, I'd feel quite hollow, wouldn't I?
You got to pretend you liked it. Pretend you liked it and you felt good, you could just eat it.
Yeah, like if I didn't feel shit, probably that. The chips and the chocolate. Otherwise, yeah, something like pizza or the Parma, a really good Parma and chips. Yeah, that.
Okay. There you go. There you have
it. Okay, so now it's for our sneaky snake list. For those of you who don't know, I termed the coin...
I termed the coin...
I coined the term.
I would say you snake. I remember saying it first. And then I think you bought more the sneaky snake. And then it just became a regular thing and you just never stopped saying it. But yeah. So how it's going to work, and it's going to be across all three tiers. Mm-hmm. But I'll sort of accept. For this one, S tier is they are the snake of snakes. They are irredeemable. Just absolutely throw them in the bin. Mm-hmm. Executed by Spartan immediately. A is like, they're very high on the snake list. They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad, but they're not the worst of the worst. Mm-hmm. B is like, yeah, look, they're snaky, but there may be something that we can like about them.
Yeah.
I don't even think anything will make C and D, really. But if you are C or D, it's like, maybe a little bit of snake, but, you're not bad. I don't think there's anything that's going to go there, but we'll see. big shout out to our moderator, Wilson. He actually, gave up his time and made all these for us. And we are so grateful because we didn't have a lot of time in between. And he put his hand up and he made all of these. And he was editing and I was busting his balls like, oh, can you add these, take away that? So Wilson, huge thank you, my man. We really appreciate it. And so all that you're seeing now is possible thanks to him.
All right, so I want to start this by saying the man who started this whole thing, the whole sneaky snake list, Pysal. Get him on there.
Mr. Pysal.
S tier.
S tier. Number 1.
So what we'll do is we'll pop everyone in each tier and then we'll kind of order it from there.
At the end we can order them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go in order from left to right. Pudgey was excited to get Pysal there.
He had to be the first one on.
All right. And we've got Arlong from One Piece. Look, as far as snakes go, he'd be probably like a B tier, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking. Exactly.
It wasn't that bad. He had some redeemable, traits and some good backstory. Azula. Oh,
look, I would say C or B.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, for me, she was S until the later parts where I started to sympathize with her a bit more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I can see some goodness in you. So I'd still put her as A.
Maybe put her a B then.
For most of her behaviour. Think about how she treated Zuko and everyone.
No, because it's like the overall intentions. Just because there's an audience we found out later, it doesn't mean that wasn't her intentions at the start. B.
Yeah, look, I'll put her ahead in B, but I still got to think about that one.
Okay.
All right.
The Baron.
He's S tier. He was filth.
Yeah.
He was filth.
I agree.
Dr. Brenner.
I would say A.
So at this point in time, we've finished season 3. So without knowing what may come, he was bad, but there were moments where you almost thought he was being genuine.
Yeah,
remember what he did to Elle's mother?
Yes, but the only reason why I would say A is because, look, I don't understand the context. Obviously, it was his job. Like, did he have pressure from, like, boss, like that kind of thing? I'm not sure.
We'll have to revisit that. I'll leave it at A for now, but I think he's like at least a low S tier.
All right, we'll see.
He's pretty bad, man. Experimenting on kids and stuff.
I know.
It has to be a little bit low S tier.
Okay, yeah.
And we'll revisit it.
Yeah.
Buggy, he's going to be B tier.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a snake, but he wasn't that harmful.
B or C, honestly. Like,
I can already see what's coming next.
I wasn't even done with Buggy.
Don't Buggy. Oh, I've just seen what's next. It's pissing me off. Cersei is S, and she's going.
No, not above.
Dude, 100%.
No,
100%.
Pysal has to be at the top.
So if you think Pysal was worse than Cersei, let's be honest. We hate Pysal, but the man was like Cersei was.
I know, but like Pysal, the difference is, Cersei was somewhat like open with her intentions. Pysal was the sneakiest snake of them all. Like, he's crouching down. Like, imagine how much effort that is.
Man, he's not. I refuse to accept that he's worse than Cersei. We can look at it at the end, but Pycel's staying there.
Oh my goodness.
Commodus. He's S tier, but he was pretty disgusting.
I would say A.
Oh, A. He had. Man, look, he had a bit of a sob story, right? And we could sympathise with him a little bit.
Yeah.
But he was pretty bad. Think about what he was prepared to do. Kill the nephew, kill his sister. He killed his father, kill Maximus as a ploy. Everything he did was horrendous. No, he's going S, man. You're too nice on this shit. Like, these guys
honestly, what's failing me is my memory.
Yeah. All right. Who's that?
Shetty.
Shetty.
S.
I thought it would have been an S, but because of where it came from, her family was killed by Soups. It's almost like an A, I'm almost thinking.
I mean, I will agree with that, but she did some fucking horrendous shit. But
she did.
A.
She was pretty horrendous with the kids, though, with the disease and stuff.
Yeah. Let's put her in A for now, top of A, and we'll see how we go.
All right. Dethanor, which was Boromir's father. He was pretty snake till the end. He's an S. Remember, even when they were trying to redeem at the end, he was happy to just kill.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Nah, he's snake. He's filth.
Gollum has to be D.
Well, hang on. Because this is the part of Gollum that he's also going to be on our lovely. So we loved, and he also was a snake at some point. So the snake parts of him, I wouldn't say maybe
I would
C.
say D because like
He was
It
pretty
wasn't
snaky.
him though. Like, it was the ring.
But he's also very corruptible. Like, he had a very weak will, a lot of desire. Let's say C. He's a bit of snake, but we do like a lot about him, okay?
Alright.
Worm tongue. Did he try and kill Saruman at the end? He did a little bit. He was pretty...
I would say A.
A, yeah. Like, he didn't make... He was a snake, but I didn't hate his guts as much as the others.
Yeah.
Janos. This fucking piece of shit. He has to go S tier, man. He betrayed everyone. He was just a snake till the end.
Yeah.
He was a coward. Throw him in the bin.
Yep, I agree.
Joffrey... Like,
I would say A.
A?
But only because, like, he was horrendous. But when you have a mother like Cersei, like, because he's still a child in my eyes, right? And I'm not saying that takes away from anything, but I don't know.
He's pretty bad. He's pretty bad.
Low
man.
S
Low
or
S.
A?
Where would he go? We'll need to revisit these at the end. The order.
Yeah, for sure.
Kathleen, I'd say probably A. From Last of Us. She was bad, but understandable.
What about B?
B?
Like, A's still, like, really...
I mean, she was... Remember those people that didn't conform to her? She had them all killed.
Yeah, but I feel like she thought she was doing the right thing. I don't think she did it out of malintent, like, completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, chuck her on B.
Oh, she's definitely top of the B, though.
Okay.
Kuvira. Probably B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little lower down the list, yeah. Oh, after Arlong,
yeah. No, I was thinking about that, yeah. Kuvira's there. Oh, Laris.
Laris.
Sneaky snake Laris. Honestly, he's pretty high up. He has to be S.
Yeah.
You know, because he, after what he did to his brother, throw him in the bin. Light would be like a B or a C.
I would say like an A.
Well, after the finale, though, we really understood his pain.
It doesn't matter.
Really?
Like,
B? A?
Because...
On the same level as... Like, he was pretty bad, but...
No, he was horrendous. He was killing people, even sometimes just to prove a point. That
I get it. I think the finale really made me sympathise with him a little bit.
I can sympathise with him, but his actions were disgusting.
Oh, fair enough. Littlefinger's an S tier. Look, we liked him, but he's an absolute snake of snakes.
Yeah.
Long Fang, he's an S tier snake. Like, he was just a snake through and through. There was nothing good about him till the end.
Agreed.
Lydia.
B?
At least A, man. She always tried to snake her way out, even at the end.
I just saw her as scared. Like, I don't think she...
Yeah, but hang on. She got into this industry to make millions. She was greedy. Every time she had an out, she went back in. So, yes, she was somewhat scared, but she always went back in with her own greed.
Yeah, but greed doesn't make you a snake. Like...
She was a snake in her behaviour. She would always, as soon as someone was not useful to her, she'd in the bin. Look, she's a snake in a snake game, right? She is A tier.
Low A.
We'll see.
Stillwell. She's S. She has to be S. I sympathise with her
a little bit,
but she knew what she was doing.
Some of these are very distant, so it's hard to fully remember.
Yeah.
But yeah. Dr. Mann.
S. Or A.
Nah, yeah, it's A or B, because as much as it was Snake, it's hard to in that situation.
B.
Yeah.
B.
It's in that situation, it's hard to, fully judge what that does to someone.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
Otto.
S.
I'm almost...
He's been trying to weasel his way in. Yes, S. He's the type of person I would not want as a friend or hand. Like, he acts like he wants your best interest, but he really doesn't. He's there to further himself.
Yeah, all right. He's S, but he's probably like low S. He's bad, but he's not the worst of them.
We'll see.
Peter Pettigrew. Scabbers, as they call him, the snake of snakes. I mean, I put him A because he's pretty shit. Nothing much good about him, but he was also just some scared little, just throw him in the bin.
Coin, I would say A.
Yeah, she's A.
And I'll tell you why. Because I felt like she had a good cause, but then she couldn't see past, like, the old way of doing things.
And at the end, she snaked it bad. Like, everything we fought for, she literally went to do the same thing.
And that's what I mean. Like, she had a good cause, but then she couldn't... She just wasn't able to see a new way of doing things. She thought she had to just do what others did to her. So, yeah, that's why I think A. President Snow. Now, here's an interesting one because the trilogy of Hunger Games, he'd definitely be S, but with the
He's still S, man. Like, yes, you can understand him. He was raised in that time period. But, he was pretty filth, man. He did what he believed was right, but he was filth.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Let's not,
All right. Don't get it twisted.
Quintus from Gladiator. This is a weird one because a lot of people, we didn't watch the extended cut, and a lot of people say in the extended cut you get a bit more sympathy for him. He was just following, like, his chain of command, I guess, and trying to play the slow game.
Yeah, I would still say A.
I say A's fair. A's fair. Ramsey, put him on the S. Far
There's
out
no
the
question
sky.
about that. No question.
I don't know, man. Otto's worse than these guys. We'll fix that later. But Ramsey, for the bin. Roose Bolton can fuck
him
off.
On the S.
Next to his son. He's probably... After what he did to Rob, he can fuck off.
Yeah.
Saruman the White. I mean, I put him A maybe because he was corrupted, but he wasn't always that bad, but he did get corrupted.
Mm-hmm. Silco, I would put A.
Yeah, he had a bit of... It's hard. Some of these shows are from a while ago, so I don't remember them all vividly, but Silco was okay.
Yeah.
The Earth Queen was a piece of shit.
I didn't like her.
Remember, till the end, she was just filth. She was just no good.
Oh,
Stregobor.
B.
B?
No, sorry, A.
Yeah, I guess
A. In my head, I was like, A, B, C. No. A.
This is an S. He was a freaking creepo, man.
Yeah, but, I just feel like he was sick.
Yes, but he's still an... Man, think about how he treated Jesse.
Yeah.
That was some snake behaviour.
But was it all his idea? Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was there to begin with, yeah.
Yeah.
Umbridge is very up there. She has to be like...
S?
She has to be like there.
Okay.
She's S. She's filth.
I mean... Look, I wouldn't say that she's that bad.
Nah.
When you look at, she's not above Ramsey.
Man, think about how corrupt she was. Oh, she's not. We'll correct that later.
Okay.
She's S tier. The point is, Unalak. He was like B.
Yeah, A or B.
We liked him a lot at the end. He had a really good story.
Yeah.
He made sense.
S. Walter Frey. S.
Oh yeah, I was trying to see who it was. Yeah, Walter Frey is definitely.
He is one of the top.
He's going to be very high up.
One of the top.
Agatha,
B, A.
She's A. It's hard to remember exactly how bad she was.
Low A.
She just sort of wanted her own power. She was a bit power hungry. She's A. Hank.
B, A.
He's high
A.
Like you can't. No, you know what? He was part of the. We don't know his full backstory, but he did snake his low S because he snaked all of humanity and then nuked them again.
Yeah, the only thing that gets me is he thought, it was for power, wasn't it? Because I was like, maybe he thinks what he's doing is right, but no, it was power. So Meryn Trent, S.
He was shit.
Straight up to S.
He was for the bin.
Euron,
S.
Yeah.
He was trash.
Yeah.
Locke, you can fuck off. Trash.
Wait. Are you sure you don't want to put him in D? If you know, you know.
And Liza, she was S.
Yeah.
She was for the bin.
Damn, we've got a lot of sneaky snakes here.
Yeah. Now,
right, let's start from bottom to top.
Cersei's definitely top.
No, bottom to top. As in...
Okay. Golem, yes.
Yes.
This one... I
think Arlong is
the top.
Higher, yeah.
Maybe he's top.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would put Dr. Man low B. I would put Buggy higher than Kathleen.
Okay.
And maybe keep it there.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
A tier. Look, Agatha, I'm pretty sure had 0 redeemable traits. So, in fairness to her, there was no goodness about her. She might not have been the worst, but there was at least...
No, don't you remember her backstory? Oh, I mean, she just
was always a bit crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Light's got to be...
Light's got to be higher than Agatha.
Yeah.
Who else?
Oh, I'm sort of...
I don't know. I don't see...
Stregobor he wasn't the worst of the worst.
He did help toward the end. Like, I don't know. It's really hard when you're getting to A and S, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry. You know, I'm not gonna worry too much about the order. Like, they're all A tier. They're more or less pretty bad.
Yeah. S tier, I want to reshuffle a little bit though.
Oh, so Cersei has to stay number 1. I'm non-negotiable.
Oh. Walder Frey was worse. Walder Frey was worse.
No, not than Cersei. Not than Cersei, man. Are you serious?
Oh.
But he's...
Yeah, that's true, because Cersei did blow up the Sept. And...
Walder Frey and Umbridge for me are equals.
Where's Walder Frey there?
Yeah, same with the Harkonnen. Like, I'm okay with that because they're all very equal. Like, they're all very similar. They were all just completely self-absorbed and corrupt.
Yeah, okay.
For me,
Ramsay's up here. Like, Ramsay's... Oh, is he above these guys? Yeah.
Denethor's also high. Yeah, Denethor, there's higher too. No, higher than Brenner.
Laris. I think Littlefinger's there.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty snaky.
Joffrey?
He'll be higher up.
Like,
it's muddy waters with these, you know, because there's a lot of, we're talking about 0.01%.
I know.
They're all absolute S tier. Because, you know, I could make an argument for almost all of them.
Honestly, it's actually really hard. Like
Locke's probably pretty low. He just wanted to secure himself, whatever, but he wasn't the worst of the worst. Oh.
Lysa was jealous. Euron was jealous.
Yeah, see, I could make an argument for everyone to move up and everyone to move down. So I just feel like it's...
I think he needs to be a little bit higher in general. Like, he needs to be here, I reckon.
Yeah, I think Commodus was also going to do worse things than him if he was allowed to rule long term. So,
but that's not what the question is. It's like what we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, what I saw was pretty bad, but
yeah, I think
President Snow's pretty high up.
Snow should be here.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty good. I would move this down a little bit, like there.
Euron will be higher than Otto, I reckon, or at least next to him.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good.
I'm happy with that. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, it's not perfect. So, like, don't take our words literally when you go, oh, but this person did this and that's worse.
I mean, we do want to hear your thoughts. So let us know your thoughts if you've got your own lists.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's just a rough, you know, we could spend another 2 hours refining it. But it's not worth the scope of this video. But you get an idea on the rankings of the snakes.
Yeah, and let us know if there was anyone that we've actually called a sneaky snake before that we kind of forgot to put on the list. And where you think we should put them on the list.
Yeah, but that is the official Spartan and Pudgey 2024 Sneaky Snakes tier list.
Yes.
Okay, now we are doing the tier list for our favourite characters.
Yeah.
We've tried to just get as many characters that we enjoyed in each show and movie. Now, this is very hard because, you know, we've had to be a bit very specific with this. A lot of characters we might enjoy, but are they in our top tier compared to others? And... you know, we've tried to get as many as we can. We're probably going to miss some. Yeah. These are the ones that came to mind when we went through each series. So we also didn't want to make it too crazy long.
Yeah, because in Game of Thrones, we could add so many more as well. But yeah, there's already a lot here. So I guess we'll just get started.
So Gojo.
I would say A.
Yeah, I'd say A is pretty fair. He's pretty cool. But I actually had a dream about him.
Really?
I just realised last night I had a dream about him. I don't know why. I haven't thought about that in for ages, but... he just came in and nowhere as a badass and was dominating. Yeah, I don't know how to dream.
Okay, interesting.
Alan, A.
Alan's definitely A.
Yep. Yeah, that's there. Gojo's better.
Oh, wow.
Amon, A. Or B?
B.
Because we liked him later on.
B.
Yeah. Andre's like a B. Like, he was cool, but relative to that show.
Yeah.
Aizawa, B. Yep.
Oh, A.
Yeah, A. He's pretty good. Barbosa. And that's the Bard. The Bard I would put A or B?
B.
B, okay. Butcher, S.
There's no question about that.
Billy S.
Brienne, like a C?
B or C?
We'll put her in B for now.
Cooper.
A.
Yeah, he was really good. I did love him.
Yeah.
Damon, probably S. Or...
S.
S or A?
S.
I feel like if we had another set... I feel like by the end of season 2, it'll be S.
S.
For me, it's between A or S. We'll settle with that. Danny... look, for me, enjoyment-wise, she's a B. For you, she's probably...
We'll do B. Okay. For now. B? Davy Jones?
B
or A? I liked
the
Asian-ness. Cool. Yeah.
Dumbledore...
B?
Probably B. Yeah.
B or C?
We'll go B. We did enjoy him.
Right.
I felt like we could have seen more from him.
Yeah. Dustin's like an A for me.
A, I guess. Yeah, probably an A. L, I'd say an A.
A.
Ellie, B. I'd say maybe B.
I was going to say A.
We can put her in A, I guess. Like, it's hard because I haven't seen her for a while. She was good, but I wasn't like, oh my God. But yeah, you can
Let's put her in high B.
Okay, high B, yeah.
Finnick, I think A.
See,
Finnick from Hunger Games, I loved him.
He was good, but like, compared to the others.
Alright, compared to Gale, who, like, what would he be? Do you like
See,
Gale's
more of what I look for, so I'm biased with that. I would put Gale higher, even though the fandom apparently hates him.
Nah, I wouldn't put Gale higher.
You would put Gale higher?
No, not
you wouldn't.
Not than Finnick.
Really?
Yeah, not than Finnick.
Nah, man. I thought you would have put him higher. I would.
Nah.
I guess. Look, sacrifice was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I guess we'd give him A.
Okay. Do A.
Yeah, and then Gale right next to him. We're going to work out this order.
B.
Nah.
High B.
Nah, not what we saw in the movies. He's A, man. You know why? Because I reckon I ended up being the Gale, and then everyone would be hating on me, not understanding the heroism. You even said Gale reminds you a lot of me.
Yeah. But like, I'm thinking as a character overall, was I like really excited to see Gale? Probably not, like all the time.
But his moments, well, we didn't see a lot of him, but his moments were pretty epic. Look,
really?
all right, I agree. He's A to high B. We'll readjust.
All right.
Oh, far. All right, we'll settle for high B. Oh, yeah, sort of.
I think Ellie's in
No.
front of him.
What are you doing, man?
In front of me.
We'll fix that later. Is that Gandalf? I think it's Gandalf. He's missing. Yeah, he looks a bit like Dumbledore there.
He does, doesn't he? No, he's Gandalf. It's Gandalf.
Gandalf is S. Man was a weapon.
Yeah.
Man was a weapon. Ghetto's like A. Yep.
Maybe like
yeah. Oh, the Ghoul.
Ghoul's S.
You reckon? I was going to say high A or S.
S.
All right, he's pretty epic.
Golem S.
We did love him. I don't know. He's high A for me probably, but
always
we can settle
looked forward to seeing him. Always.
Especially more like Smeagol.
You know what? I even look forward to seeing the Golem parts because it was just like so entertaining. I loved it. Like, yeah, it's not like how good these people are. It's like how much of an impact did they have on you, good or bad, and I loved it. Hagrid.
Probably A.
Ooh, I would say like B or
he's
C.
B. He's B because he's...
not C?
Oh, it's hard, man. I should have clarified at the beginning. Again, just obvious stuff, guys. You should know by now. But S tier, we absolutely love. Yeah. 10 out of 10. A is like, we really like them, but they're not our top of the top.
Yeah.
B's like, we like the characters, but, you know, a bit lower than the top grade. Maybe like a 7 out of 10. C's like, you know, we like them. They were decent, but not... And D's like, they were okay.
Yeah.
And that's relative to our characters that we already liked.
Yes.
Hagrid, alright, give him a C.
Yeah.
He was wholesome and stuff, but...
Haymitch, I reckon, was a
B? For what we saw, yeah.
Hank. A or B?
Yeah, he's high B or low A.
We'll put him high B for now. But yeah. Yeah, we'll leave him there. Okay. We'll leave him there.
Hopper he's either high A or low S.
Oh, if you're comparing, like, if I compare Hank to Hop, they should be similar.
Oh, I reckon they should both be A then.
Okay. We'll try
There's also a recency bias, so it's hard because what's more fresh in your mind.
Yeah, for sure.
The Hound, maybe like B.
Yeah.
Omni-Man, B.
B?
You might be surprised, some of them are villains, but characters that we probably like the most from each show.
B, I would say still.
B for the Immortal, yep. Iroh, chuck him in S.
S, baby.
100% S. Captain Jack Sparrow, S.
Jamie, A.
He's A, yeah.
Jaqen, I love Jaqen.
But he's A.
A or B? A.
Low A. Oh, he could be high B. Nah, he's kind of high B to low A.
We'll put low A for now.
Jesse's A.
I mean, he definitely had some S moments.
Yeah.
But overall, like, maybe...
A lot of A would have S moments.
There.
Jinx for me is a B. For you, you liked her more.
Yeah, maybe low A or high B?
High B, I'd say.
Okay.
Just put it there and then we'll adjust it. Joel is probably high A. I don't know if it's an S. I loved him at the time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, high A. John, I reckon...
Oh,
A.
Yeah, it's hard because at the time of this, we've watched 8 episodes of Shogun. We haven't finished it, and I don't know how that would change.
Yeah.
We have to base it on what we've seen. So I'd say he's A. John is an S.
Okay.
Jorah is an A.
I would say an A or a B. Maybe B.
Or high B then, man.
Okay, high B. High B.
Yeah, we'll adjust again. We'll adjust at the end. Yeah. The actual order.
Joyce is like a B.
Yeah, probably B. Some people are going to be surprised, but yeah, B. I forget his name, but he's from The Last Samurai. Hatsumoto, yeah, from Last Samurai. Movies are harder because you only see him for one appearance. So I'd say A, low A, like where John is.
Yeah, sure.
Katniss for me is an S. I'm going to be honest. I thought I just loved her performance.
Yeah, I agree.
How she stood for.
Kid Rhaenyra, like, this is a picture of Kid Rhaenyra.
Do we have adult Rhaenyra here as well?
We don't.
So
But are we going to just do Rhaenyra overall?
We should do Rhaenyra overall, but you can, if you want to, it's probably more your character. So for me, she's like a low A or high B. But you'd probably like her higher.
She's like high A, low S.
All right, we'll go high A, but she ain't above like Joel and Jesse and stuff. Come on, man.
We'll continue.
Yeah, we're sorting that out. Yeah. Tunrock.
I reckon like a B or C.
Oh, he's high B then, yeah.
B, like maybe mid.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Cora, I think B.
B's fair, yeah.
Yeah. Like, she definitely had some A moments, but...
Overall, compared to everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
L has to be A. We did love L.
Yeah, maybe low A.
Okay. Legolas.
S.
Yeah, he was up there. Especially you guys might not like to hear it, but Legolas in Hobbit.
Oh.
I think that one I spoke over more than it did in Lord of the Rings performance.
Oh, I love him.
Haters gonna hate. We love Legolas. You liked him better in Hobbit as well, didn't you?
Yeah. 100%. Like, he was too soft for me. Like, I really enjoyed him.
A bit too nice, whereas he was more of like
he had
a leader, you know.
Like,
he was just
to him in the Hobbit.
Yeah.
Lucy, I would say, is like a B or a C.
Yeah, B. Yeah, she's mid B. Luffy's like a B as well, yeah. Mance Raider.
I would say B.
I'd say B, yeah. Mariko should be a B.
B.
Yeah. Maximus. I'd say
A or B?
Yeah, I'd say low A's.
Okay.
Mihawk. Look, he was cool in One Piece, but as an overall character, probably B. If I'm comparing it to all the grades, could probably be. A. Mike's an A.
Mike's an A?
Really like Mike.
I would say she's probably
C, yeah.
A C.
Yeah, is that Nami?
Yeah.
Did you add it to the list? I wouldn't have added it, to be honest. But
I didn't add her.
Oh, there she is.
Oh.
I'd say put a C. Nanami, we did love him. It's been a while.
I would say... Ooh.
Low A's?
Low A's or B.
Clyde Andrew's going to be so upset.
Yeah.
He's one of their favorite. We loved him in that show, but on this whole list, no, he's not at the top.
Ned, S.
S.
Like, honestly, I think all of our S's have been non-negotiables for all of us. Like, it's the middle part where we're like, not sure, but all of our S's so far are just
non-negotiables. B, that's Yaskia or Dandelion from The Witcher. He'd be like a B.
Oh.
Like, you loved him at times. Well, it's Spartan and Pudgey, so you'd say low A. I'd say high B.
Yeah, the thing is, I love his interactions with Geralt. Yeah, okay, so high B.
Yep.
Not low B.
Oberyn, probably S.
Yeah, Oberyn's 100% S. I'm just trying to see, do we have Geralt on this list?
We do.
Yeah, there he is.
We'll get there. Patience.
Yeah. Rob, S.
Rob, S. Yeah.
There's no, like, negotiations with that one.
Look, I could argue a case for high A, but I'm happy for S.
No. You couldn't argue because you're getting shut down. No.
Ryuk, B, I guess.
Yeah, B.
Sam.
Sam's like a B character.
He's a B. People are going to be upset. You guys love him, but...
Like, I love him too. Look how many great characters we've got.
We love all these characters, but we have to compare them to how, you know, what someone like...
Yeah.
The top of the top made us feel to someone that was, you know, here. Hey, this is our preference. You don't have to agree. B.
No, I reckon A.
A?
Yeah.
Sanji?
Sanji's an A.
Okay. Soldier Boy, S.
S.
Who the hell's that?
It's, what's his name with the hat? He gave Luffy the hat.
Shanks?
Shanks. I reckon he's like a
B.
B from what we've seen so far.
Yeah. That photo is not his finest angle, but Sokka. He has to be A, I reckon. We did really enjoy his character. Yeah. For different reasons, not the usual badass, but he was pretty cool.
Gus. Oh, no, that's not Gus.
That's Stan Edgar.
Stan Edgar.
Do we have Gus there as well?
I think
we do have Gus there as well. Stan Edgar, look, from what we saw, he's an A. Or a high B. Because we haven't seen enough of him, but he was cool, but yeah. Stannis.
B.
Oh, I'd say A. Low A or high B?
Alright, low A.
Low A or high B, yeah.
Steve is like a...
Probably high B. Or somewhere in the Bs. You wouldn't go B? In fairness,
I have my moments with him, right? Like...
In Season 3, he dropped off a bit for me. Season 2, he peaked.
He's very, like, on and off. Like, the first couple seasons, I feel like he had presence. Third season, not so much. So, we'll see.
Talissa, look, I would put her like a D.
No!
She ain't making my list, so
I love Talissa!
You added her in, she ain't going higher than a B.
Alright, I'll put her a B. I'll put her as a B.
Tenzin. Tenzin's an A. Man was a beast. You remember that episode 11 where he defended everyone and we had like tears? Like, man was pretty good. What are you doing, D? No.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, is he A or B?
He's A.
We'll put low A.
He's A.
Geralt, number 1.
S. Thorin. I think that was his name. Was it Thorin? Yeah. Oh, look, he was either high A or low S. I did love him.
Alright, I'll put him like mid A. Toto. A.
Yeah, it's okay. I love him, but...
Would you put him as S? Like, would you consider putting him as an S?
Maybe not. Maybe he's high A.
Yeah.
Toji's really cool, but probably a B.
Okay.
In terms of like, he's similar to Omni-Man and stuff.
Yeah.
Frenchie.
I love Frenchie. I don't know. He's probably high A.
He's an A.
He's a high A.
He's around there with like Jesse and Joel and Bubba. A lot of those kind of characters, you know. Toranaga. Yeah. That's an interesting one.
So again, we haven't finished Shogun yet?
Yeah, it's hard to know at this point. Like, I have loved him, but I don't know if he's S right now.
A. He has to be A.
He's A, yeah.
Tyrion has to, like, you're not going to want him in S. And I don't think he deserves that because he wasn't 100% perfect. Like, they started doing some lazy writing. So he definitely has to be A.
Yep. Tywin.
I would say B.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Honestly, I thought we'd be disagreeing more.
We're agreeing for a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Toranaga 2.0. I can't remember the name of the character, but the samurai in The Last Samurai that we loved, who's played by the same actor as Toranaga. Look, he's pretty badass. I loved him in that, but
B?
Yeah, because it was one film and he had a moderate, in it.
I didn't add Usopp.
I don't think we added Usopp. So,
Wilson, what are you doing?
Yeah, Wilson, you're fired. Put him in D.
Yeah.
Vandor, he's like a C or is that NB? He was good, man. We saw him for like one episode.
We loved him.
I don't know. I can't remember. It's been years.
No, we did love he's him. An A or...
Nah, he's not an A.
He's an A.
The thing is, man, we saw him for like... We didn't see much of him, so it's hard to put him as an A.
Look, how much of an impact did he have on you?
I don't remember, to be honest. It was ages ago, man. I think I watched Arcane, like, not fully locked into it as well, so...
Yeah.
Alright, low A's. Like, end A's. Lower than Tenzin.
Oh, dude. Anyways. Walter White... He's an S tier. Like, the character
it doesn't matter about good or bad, but we did love his character. Look, for me, I'd say he's probably high A's. I don't know if I'd put him as S.
We'll put him low S then.
High A's, I think.
I think he was amazing.
I think he was amazing too. But does he reach the level of Geralt and Billy Butcher and the Ghoul? Yeah? All right. I'm happy for low S.
Will.
He was good. Probably an A.
Yeah.
Yabushige, he has to be an A.
Okay.
I do love Yabushige.
Fuck, we got a lot of A's, hey?
I know.
And B's.
Zahir, I would say B.
C?
No, not C. He was pretty cool. He had cool moments, but B.
Alright.
Zoro, I'd put him B with most of the One Piece characters. Zuko, S.
Yeah, there's no negotiations there.
Hodor's like a bit... Oh, the thing is, I didn't really like... I thought he was friendly.
I loved Hodor.
Yeah, but before the door scene, it was mostly like a C. And then that door scene was really
we'll
cool.
put him high B.
Nah, to be fair, he's with Hagrid. Like, Hagrid's as wholesome as Hodor is. They're similar lovable. If we're going to put Hagrid in C, we're going to put Hodor in C.
But I looked forward to seeing Hodor.
Yeah, but was he like, oh, it's Hodor? It was kind of like, he's fun. Like, he was a fun breath of fresh air in a very serious world. But he wasn't like, you weren't dreaming about him. You wouldn't buy posters about him or get a figure about him or something, you know?
Fine.
Rude. I mean, for me, she's a C. Like, I liked her, but dude, I didn't...
I loved her. I would say she's a B.
All right, low B.
Oh. Tormund, I would say B. Ooh,
or A.
Or A.
Tormund's pretty cool.
A. Low A.
Gus is also an A. Man was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Like, he could almost... if Walter White's an S, does Gus be an S? End of the S.
That's what I was thinking. Like, he might be an S.
Yeah, he was very well done. We could put him low S. He was a pretty good villain. I'll give him that. Yeah.
All right. Let's go with S tier to D tier this time.
Okay, this is purely based on enjoyment, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Geralt's probably number one, like almost. We love Geralt, man.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We do love Geralt.
I think Billy Butcher has to stay high.
Yeah, but I reckon Captain Jack Sparrow might even be higher than him. Or at least next to him.
Next to him. I'm not sure if I would say higher.
Okay, next to him.
The Ghoul has to be up there.
Yeah, would he be ahead of Billy maybe? Or but the Ghoul's similar to Damon. They're pretty comparable.
Where's my man Damon? There.
He was, yeah, okay. Zuko I'd bring up. Zuko's like pretty high. I love Zuko, man.
Yeah, let's go from this way.
Okay, sorry.
Because a bit hard.
Iroh could push up. Iroh's probably higher than Billy. He's higher than Damon too. Didn't we love Iroh more than Damon? So far, based on one season House of the Dragon.
I love Damon. I get so excited.
Yeah, but we think about Iroh, man. We loved him.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
He's probably higher than the Ghoul.
All right.
Like, we love this guy, man.
Yeah.
Gandalf has to be higher than Billy. I love Billy, but
I don't know.
Look, Billy was epic, but man, we had a lot of Gandalf.
No, Gandalf I don't think is higher.
Billy...
he's done some... You can't just say, his epic moments. You have to look at him as a character overall. The character's not just their epic moments. That's where you get too stuck. Sorry, buddy.
All right.
Legolas has to be...
Oh, not higher than Jon Snow?
No,
they're comparable.
Relax. I haven't gotten into that yet.
Well, you just went past Jon Snow.
I know.
You're the one that said order, and then you got no order.
Where would you put Legolas?
Next to Billy's good, and then I put Jon Snow higher than Legolas.
Oh, I don't know, love.
Dude, Jon Snow, I love Legolas in The Hobbit.
I know, but they bitched Jon Snow later.
Forget season 8 Jon Snow.
No,
talking season 7.
The whole of
No, dude. The first 7 seasons, you're going to use one season and ruin him. 7 seasons of Jon Snow, he was epic. You know this. Do the right thing.
Oh.
He's better than Daemon too. Like, I like Daemon, but I believe you're judging Daemon too prematurely. We need to see, if we saw season 2 and 3 maybe, I reckon Daemon would push up, but I don't reckon...
Nah. Look, compared to Daemon, Jon Snow is more like one-dimensional. Like, he always just had a plan and a purpose and whatever. Damon's very unpredictable. He's edgy. He's a punchy character.
Oh my god. All right. Ned was good.
Ned was good.
He's probably like Gandalf tier. Because we only had a season of him, in fairness too. We loved him, but like he wasn't there for a long time.
For me, Oberyn and Rob have to be higher. Like, this is disgusting.
Well, they could be next to Ned at best.
Below Ned?
Oberyn could be higher than Billy. Yeah, Rob could be next to Ned.
I would maybe argue that.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. I'm okay with that, yeah.
Rob, I would say...
He's definitely higher than Gollum.
Oh, shit. He has to be below Ned, doesn't he?
You gotta remember, they're all S tier. Whatever happens, they're still S tier.
I know. But he has to be below Ned. Like, I don't want it. But just, like, practically speaking, I feel like he has to be lower than Ned. Only because... Like, at the end, when you find out about Ned's, like, sacrifice and his secret and everything.
Yep. Katniss, she's probably higher than Golem. Like, we like Golem, but yeah, she's higher. Is she higher than Rob?
No.
She might be. She might be for me, surprisingly. I know it's surprising, but she might be. I'm happy with her there, though.
Okay.
Soldier Boy's got to move up. Like,
where are we putting him, though? Like, we haven't seen a lot of Soldier Boy either.
He's at least next to Katniss. All right, move him up one.
Yeah.
Walter White. I'm happy with him around there. These are all S tier, remember, right?
Yeah.
Where would you put him? Higher than... I guess it's hard because Billy and Gandalf there are a bit...
I would put him, like, somewhere up here, to be fair.
All right, I'm happy with that. Do that.
Oh, shit.
I've got no motor control.
Do I like him better than the Ghoul?
We like a bit more... The Ghoul's a bit more charismatic. He's a bit...
Yeah,
he's probably behind Dave. Yeah, okay. Oh, but higher than Jon Snow, though? And Oberyn, like, it's getting messy waters here. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, I'm calling it from now. We're not going to order A to D because it's going to be like 6 years.
Yeah. We want to get our S tier perfect.
Yeah, and we don't want this video to be 9 hours long, so
yeah.
A tier will be as is. We'll perfect the S tier.
Yeah.
Soldier Boy... Zuko has to go way higher up.
Where?
He has to be next to Jon Snow at least.
Nah, he's not
alright, next
Oberyn.
next to Billy for sure.
Okay.
But people are going to be so upset when we put Gandalf.
No, but we love him.
Yeah, they're all S tier guys.
It's so hard with these tiers, man.
Gus has to be higher than Gollum. Gollum has to be the last S tier. Like, he's cool, but he's the last S tier.
Like that? Are we happy with that? Geralt, Butcher.
Look,
Jack.
we have to clarify, this is the Spartan and Pudgey tier list because I wouldn't put Walter White above Jon Snow or... You know, I like heroes. I like certain archetypes more than I do others.
Yeah. Whereas I like both, but I have a thing for edgy villains.
Like, Zuko would be higher than Walter White for me. Walter White's a brilliant character, but I love Zuko more. Like, I like heroes, like I said. So, you know, I've got my biases and I own my biases. I don't care what you're all going to tell me. Your boy proud.
Okay.
I think I'm more or less happy with that. It's going to be a lot of nuance, but that's more or less reasonable.
Yeah. I feel content. I don't really feel content about all of this.
They're just, consider them in the B tier. Don't worry too much about the order of those.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there is a lot. Like, we would change a lot, but this is roughly... Just think of the tier. For A, B, C, and D.
And even S, take it with a grain of salt. You could argue, you know, back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
That's more or less our official character tier list as of this day in 2024.
Let us know if you would change anything. Be very kind in the comments.
Or let us know if something surprised you more than you were expecting.
Yeah.
And for our last tier list...
I feel like this is the one that you're all waiting for.
It's probably the big one. This is going to be all the movies and series that we've watched and animated that we've watched on the channel. Now, I need to be very clear on this. I know no matter what I say, people are going to get upset because they're very passionate about their favourite shows. But I'll be very clear on this from the get-go. This is our enjoyment. We are, and most of these stuff that you guys grew up with as kids, have grown up with in periods where they were incredible. We've watched them for the first time in our mid to late 20s in 2021 to 2024. And that's just a very different experience. It's a very different position. And we're going to vow to keep this as real as possible. I'm not going to put something higher because I feel like the fandom might get upset. It is what it is. This is the Spartan Pudgey list.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to, it's our joint list, so it's going to vary. We might have slightly changed it if it was individual.
Yeah.
But yeah, try and keep the comments civil, guys. You can let us know, if something surprised you, was passionate, but this is based purely on how much we resonated with the story. Of course, like anyone else, we've got our own biases and character traits, and I fully own my biases. I like certain things more than others. Something could be absolutely amazingly written, but the things I connect with most in a character and a story weren't in it, and so it might be lower for me, And we're obviously rating, we've watched a lot of really good things on the channel.
Yeah.
So to compare them, you're going to have to rate them variously,
Yeah.
So that's a disclaimer. Now, I look forward to reading all the hate comments.
All right.
So
let's start.
We'll do them in order.
All right.
So we've got Gladiator. I know the fandom loves this.
I would say A or B.
I agree. I would say A or B. We'll review these. We'll review all tiers for these because it's definitive.
Yeah.
I'll put it in A for now. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Avatar: Last Airbender.
A or B?
Yeah, I would say B. And my reasoning is this.
Okay.
some of the peak episodes of Avatar are S tier for me.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of A tier episodes. But watching this for the first time at my age, with my interests, and probably similar for you, there are a lot of very fun, chilled episodes, but I can't say they had me on the edge of my, like, oh my God, that was amazing. They were fun, and I enjoyed them for what they were. But as a collective, it brings the show to like a low A or a high B for me.
Okay. All right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I think I agree.
We'll adjust.
I agree. Interstellar S.
S. Interstellar S. You know, again, just that we fucking loved it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Live action Avatar, probably a C.
C.
Yeah, like, to clarify as well, goddamn, everything's out of order today. Doesn't matter. It's how we're rolling. We're just rolling with it. S tier is like 10 out of 10. We absolutely loved it. Wouldn't change a thing. A tier is we really enjoyed it. It's probably the equivalent of like an 8 to 8.5 out of 10, give or take. Like, we really enjoyed it, but wasn't our absolute top of the top. B is like, we enjoyed it, probably had some really good moments and some moments that we would change and things that we would critique.
Yeah.
And, you know, sort of from down there, it's the same. C, we liked it, but we wouldn't rush to rewatch it, or it was probably more like a 6.
Yeah.
You know, B is probably more like a 7 rating. C is like a 6, 5 or 6. And D is like, yeah, we didn't love it all that much.
Okay. Arcane, I would say like A or B.
Yeah, look, for me, I would say B. And I personally enjoy Avatar more, but you enjoyed Arcane more than me, so...
I'm happy with the B for now.
Okay. Shogun.
Again, we haven't finished Shogun yet.
It's hard to say I haven't finished it.
I feel
it's probably like an S. You're saying A?
A to S.
It is A to S at the moment. It's hard without finishing it.
Yeah. Let's put it in A for now.
Okay. It's definitely tighter than Gladiator in terms of enjoyment, yeah. June. I think it's called... Some people were laughing in the comments because they're saying it's Dune, but I say June.
June.
So I don't know how people pronounce it.
Like Ascend June. That's how we just say it. We're not saying June. That's different.
Some people were laughing.
June.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, anyways.
So June is part 1 and 2 combined. High A?
Yeah.
Like, I loved it, but it didn't get me to the level of like Interstellar.
No.
High A.
Just put it in A first, and then we'll go back to that.
Jujutsu Kaisen? A? Season 2 was peak.
I would say B.
On the tier of Avatar: Last Airbender? Like, Jujutsu Kaisen did have more peak.
But it could be above Avatar.
Oh, yeah. Well, sus. That, for me, is at least A, but... Yeah. Harry Potter... Probably. we're both like, who's going to say it first? Probably B.
Yeah, I think so.
We enjoyed it. We did have a good time with Harry Potter, but it wasn't the most iconic thing for us. I wouldn't run back for it, you know?
Yeah.
More look at these more, I'm like, dude, we've got some big fans.
Yeah.
These fans are going to be riding at our doors.
Yeah.
B.
Right,
we'll put it there. Oh, did we enjoy it more than Avatar? We'll clarify this later.
Yeah,
just put it in B.
Later. Hunger Games is A or S.
Yeah, it's high A to low S. I'd say it's comparable to June and stuff, and Shogun. Okay. I'd put it there. The Hobbits.
S.
Yeah, people are going to be like, I can already see the comments are going to be like, dude, what is wrong with you guys? Because hey, this is our list, man. This is what makes us unique. Love it or hate it. The Hobbit, we love The Hobbit, man.
Yeah.
We loved it. Inception.
Ooh, S.
S? I'd put it A.
High A then, or low S. No.
Lower than June. It was very well written, but enjoyment-wise, would you say you liked it more than June? I probably enjoyed it more than Gladiator. I must surprise you guys. Gladiator was really good, but we'll leave it there for now. We'll start.
Alright, we'll see.
Lord of the Rings.
I feel like it has to be A. S.
I'd say S.
So I get confused with the letters because like A for me is like top because it's like A+, but it's S.
Witcher Season 1, I'd say, is high A. Season 2 is B. Season 3 was like D. So I say we're going to put it B to B.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The thing is, due to my biases and stuff, I still enjoyed it more than Arcane. Like, did you enjoy it more than Arcane? Probably. But we like those kind of story more.
Yeah. Look, Arcane's hard to connect with right now.
It's been ages, years. Gen V is probably B.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Like, it was good.
I'm happy with that.
I enjoyed it, but not the most iconic Spartan Pudgey thing. The Last Samurai, low A.
Yeah.
Probably behind Gladiator, will we say, or higher?
Ooh, which one did we enjoy more? Because we watched them back to back.
Yeah, very comparable.
We'll have to revisit that, see which one wins.
Yeah.
El Camino, I would say B.
B, yeah, I'd say somewhere. Yeah. We'll work on it. Death Note.
B?
Yeah, it was A the first half, and then probably more B the second half. We'll put it somewhere here, and then we'll work it out.
So B is like, we enjoyed it.
B's we enjoyed it, but it wasn't top tier.
Yeah.
B's like a 7 out of 10. 7 is a good score.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever watched. For our taste.
I'd put Invincible there then.
B? Yeah, I'd put Invincible B. Probably higher than Gen V.
We'll revisit those.
Fallout? B, I'd say. It could be low A or high B. Like, we did enjoy it.
I think A.
You put it A?
I think A. Like...
It had some B episodes for me, and it had a lot of A episodes.
Yeah, so low A then.
Alright.
The Boys is...
Has to be high A. I don't think I'd say S tier. Because look at, like, Shogun, Hunger Games. Would you say it's better than...
Yeah. Okay, alright. High A.
I'd say it's high A.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to end up changing a lot of things
We'll revisit it at the end. This one will change every tier if we need to. The Last of Us.
High A.
It had A episodes and had B episodes. For me, it's comparable to Fallout.
Oh, no. It's higher than Fallout.
We'll suss. House of the Dragon.
S.
Yeah, it is an S tier show.
GOT has to be S.
Regardless, it's still an S tier experience for me.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
S.
Yeah, it's a funny one. I would give it S. Like, it's different to what we'd usually watch, but it's such a... That is like going to be my number one comfort movie.
Yeah.
It is just... I had so much fun in that world that it is S. Regardless of whether objectively they're S tier or not, our enjoyment level was S.
100%.
Breaking Bad. See, this is hard for me. For you, it's...
S.
For me, season 4 and 5 are S. Season 1 to 3 are A.
Low S then.
Okay, we'll put it low S.
Because it's not coming out of S.
Okay, not fair.
Stranger Things.
It's an A.
I would say A.
Yeah, we're really enjoying it.
We're not finished again.
We haven't watched season 4, so I don't know if that will massively change it.
Yeah.
But...
That's all right, we can revisit this.
We are enjoying that, but it's an A. One Piece is like...
A B?
It's either late B or... What's C? Nah, I'd say 7 out of 10 is pretty fair.
Yeah, I think B.
I'll put it here for now. Korra's going to be with Avatar. Comparable.
Yeah.
So it'd be in B somewhere.
Yeah.
Loki, look, I'm going to do season 1 and 2 because we watched 2 off the channel.
Yep.
But we really enjoyed 2 and we're going to do it as an experience.
I think B.
Oh, I was going to almost give it low A. Remember how happy we were at the end? Like, so am I surprised you really enjoyed the way...
Yeah, I still think B.
All right. We'll work that out, the order. Moon Knight is C.
Yeah.
It had one really good episode.
It had some good episodes, like, and good moments, but, like, overall it fell short.
Yeah. WandaVision is like a... It's a C. It's a C at best. It is a C.
Okay,
it had some good episodes, but it is a C.
I think the execution could have been the tiniest bit better just to, like, I don't know, engage the audience a bit more. For people who didn't originally love Wanda.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Could have been better, but it had some good episodes. The Martian, probably B. Like, good movie, but I wouldn't feel rushed to rewatch it.
Yeah, okay.
It left me with about a B.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere there. Arrival.
I would say A.
Yeah, I would say low A because I had a bit of like...
because your brain like malfunctioned.
No, it didn't I didn't malfunction. I felt a little bit, I enjoyed the movie, felt a little bit underwhelmed with the plot twist and just what we amounted from it. But that's just me.
No, you didn't feel, no, let me clarify it for everyone. You didn't feel underwhelmed with the plot twist. You enjoyed the plot twist. You didn't like the conclusion, like where we left the movie.
Yeah, I'd say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now let's get down to business. Let's get down and dirty. All right.
All right. So, number 1, the most S of S's. Game of Thrones is... I'd probably argue that's like our most iconic bread and butter right now.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon, is that next to it? Or is Breaking Bad?
It's so hard.
This is actually stupidly hard.
Let's start with C first.
No. We'll start with S.
No, let's start with C. I need time to think.
Alright, C. That is probably... Oh, Moonlight... These can be interchangeable, Moonlight and WandaVision.
What's the last one?
Avatar live action. I'd say they're all similar.
I think Moon Knight was better than Wanda, maybe. Okay. It started off really strong.
But Wanda's strong episodes were better, but alright, that's comparable.
Yeah.
Now B. Which are based on our enjoyment of season 1 and 2.
It has to be higher.
It has to be higher.
Yeah.
Because I know people don't love it, but we really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think specifically for Geralt as well. Like, we really just loved Henry Cavill as Geralt.
Avatar The Last Airbender, I'll figure out where that goes exactly.
I don't think Harry Potter should be above The Witcher.
In terms of enjoyment?
Yeah.
Yeah, The Witcher is definitely more of what we go for. I wouldn't put Harry Potter above Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm an anime fan, but would you put it above Jujutsu Kaisen?
It's hard for me. Like,
season 2 was pretty peak. It's like you've forgotten it all.
No. Season 2 was peak. Season 1 not.
It wasn't crazy, no.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna judge it based on it's still
but like
developing.
if you're like
Harry Potter's finished. I'm just basing it on what the potential is shown.
That's true. Okay. All right.
Where we at?
Did you enjoy Avatar more than Harry Potter or Harry Potter more than Avatar?
It's very hard. The S tier episodes of Harry Potter... Avatar's a very mixed bag for me because the S tier episodes...
Harry Potter was movies.
I'm saying Avatar. I said Avatar's a mixed bag. The S tier episodes of Avatar, I'd rate higher, but then a lot of lower stuff as well. So it's very comparable. I'd say they're comparable for me.
This middle section is always hard for me.
It's weird, yeah. All right, here's a question. Did we like Korra more than Avatar? Yes or no?
Oh, it's hard for me because I had like... My last feeling of Korra was with some very like personal episodes, which bumped it up a lot for me.
I'd argue the peak of Avatar was better.
Yes.
But Korra did have some real good peaks.
Yeah.
I'll put them near each other.
Right under, yeah.
Near each other. El Camino, where does that sit?
I think, like, especially, I feel like as an extension of Breaking Bad, it's a bit higher. But as a standalone, like, movie, for example, I wouldn't put it that high.
Yeah. Gen V, would we put it...
Gen V, I think, would be higher than El Camino.
Look, Gen V was probably more... could be somewhere here, maybe.
Are we really putting The Martian that low?
Look, for me, I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was the most iconic thing ever. Like, I enjoyed it as a one-time experience.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I'd ever be compelled to go and rewatch it.
Okay.
Do you feel the same, or...?
Yeah, like, so I think the rewatchability isn't, like, extremely high. Okay.
Death Note's probably... I'd probably rewatch Death Note over Martian, being honest. Especially the first 25 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, but again, I shouldn't base it off just rewatching, but enjoyment-wise, I enjoyed Death Note more at its peak than The Martian. You?
Death Note was just a lot for me.
Yeah, fair. I'm not too crazy about the order here. Like, I don't mind that. Invincible.
Look, I think the end.
Invincible's higher than Arcane and Death Note.
Yeah.
And higher than The Martian and Gen V. It's comparable with Loki, but
all right. Well, I think okay.
Invincible
I'm happy with
could be next to Avatar as well.
No, I think I'm happy with this. Like, it's not perfect. I wouldn't say like I'm completely content.
Agreed.
But I think I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's not perfect. I could always interchange, but that's a good enough order.
Yeah, like for me, I don't know if El Camino sits there, but I could be like, yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if Invincible sits higher as well, but
yeah, it's hard. I think B is okay for now.
Yeah, it is hard. I'm not 100% on B. I could move things like Avatar around and stuff, but I'm just gonna settle there.
Yeah.
Okay, A.
I think The Boys needs to be higher than Shogun at the moment.
Oh, really? Like, we love The Boys, but look, I'm a sucker for like medieval warriors. The vibe that Shogun gives me, but The Boys is very well written, man. It's hard.
The Boys.
I'm not sure about that.
There's more characters, there's more plots and storylines. And yes, Shogun we haven't finished and it's only one season at the moment. But based off that, yeah, The Boys.
Okay. Hunger Games, do we stay there for now?
Yeah.
We'll just see how it goes.
Hunger Games is above Shogun. If we're talking about pure enjoyment, so far from what we've seen, it's above.
Yeah. It doesn't mean it's better writing, but enjoyment-wise, we haven't seen the finale of Shogun. No. It's hard to know what the last 2 episodes. I reckon they'll be off the head. Yeah. But based off 8, probably gave us more peak moments. Yeah. Yeah. Shogun reminds me of like a Breaking Bad in terms of the pacing of it. It needs... Once it's fully fleshed out, like if I judge Breaking Bad based on 1 or 2 seasons, it wouldn't give it nearly as much as when it's finished.
I agree.
Dune versus Shogun. I'd say they're very comparable.
Ooh, I would leave it how it is, maybe. Okay.
Inception. I would leave it how it is.
Yeah. Would you not put Stranger Things a bit higher?
What? Well, dude, I haven't gone to Stranger Things yet. We're going down the list. All right. Last of Us. Over Inception, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Like, Inception was good, man. It was a very good movie, but it didn't have us, like, just overflow with emotion, you know? We go a lot by emotion as well, how we felt. Gladiator and Inception. I'd say Gladiator's better than Inception. Depends what you like. Gladiator had some more heart to it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I really liked Inception.
But so did I. Like, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I'm just now we're every show that we do now we're really enjoyed. You know, it's a matter of
Stranger Things.
Oh, it's hard because that has some really good and some like, you know, lower good. Like the peak of Stranger Things. I reckon Stranger Things is going to be a mid to low A tier in the end. A tier, guys, is 8 or more out of 10. Remember that.
But now, would you put it above Inception or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, especially the characters that we're connected with.
Would you put it above Gladiator?
Yeah.
I think enjoyment-wise. Remember, guys, enjoyment-wise.
Yeah, I think there's so many more characters that we love in that.
It's hard to compare series and movies because series, you spend like so many hours with characters. They grow on you, the feeling. And there may be recency bias. It's hard to know, but you just got to go with it.
Yeah.
Last Samurai.
I think that's good there.
I think I enjoyed it more than Inception. Okay, well,
I'm happy for you to change it.
I'm not too passionate about that. Like, I'm happy with that order. Yeah. Fallout.
Did you like Fallout or Arrival better? I reckon Arrival than Fallout.
Nah, Arrival could stay where it is. Fallout, I might move up. I think I enjoyed Fallout overall.
It wouldn't be before Stranger Things. Like, that's all good.
But did we enjoy Last of Us that much more than Fallout? Last of Us had some peak episodes. It was a while ago. Fallout's peak episodes were peak, but then it had some goofy episodes. Okay, I'm okay with leaving it there.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
You think it's above Arrival?
Only because of Arrival's ending.
Okay. For you, yeah, that's fair enough. I get it.
For you, would you put it over a Fallout?
Oh, it's hard. Honestly, it's literally like you can't even tell. Like,
yeah,
it's so hard. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, big bad S tier.
S tier. So we said Game of Thrones first. Next to it. What would be the next? That's hard.
Shit, Interstellar was good, man.
Interstellar. I reckon Interstellar was we loved it, man.
Yeah. Then maybe Breaking Bad?
Nah. Really? It's hard. I'm trying to think.
Oh, we love The Hobbit.
We love The Hobbit, man. House of the Dragon, how did that compare to The Hobbit?
Well, we're only one season in, obviously.
Yeah, we do have to base it on that.
Oh.
Was House of the Dragon stronger than Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
That's tough.
I think so. I think it was. We're more immersed in the world of House of the Dragon than we were Lord of the Rings. Like, Lord of the Rings, we were really immersed, but I think, like, we know way more about House of the Dragon.
You know what's hard? I do feel like Lord of the Rings is an experience that you've got to watch very relaxed on a sofa or in your bed, you know, and just really absorb it. And I feel like it'd get even higher than what it already is, but we haven't had that experience. We've only watched it on the channel.
Yeah. I think a lot of things, if we rewatch them,
would be different.
Yeah. I think House of the Dragon above Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's hard for me, man. I don't know where I sit with that. I could maybe pull Lord of the Rings higher. So I don't know. Those are interchangeable.
Look, potentially. I am open to that.
I'm open with...
Would you put Pirates above Breaking Bad?
They're just so different, man.
I know. This is so hard.
As I said, Pirates for me, the first 3 movies were all S. And so the 5th movie was like high A. Breaking Bad, first 3 seasons for me, barring the last 2 episodes of season 3, were more like a mid to low A. But the last 2 seasons and the finale of season 3 were more like low S. Because Breaking Bad isn't something I usually would go for, just so you guys, some people are like, can't believe what they're hearing, but...
Look, it's not what I would go for too. I just love like the thinking behind it.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed Pirates more than Breaking Bad?
It's comparable. It's hard. This is very hard. This is killing me right now.
Yeah, this S tier is probably the hardest.
Understand, all S tier is like 9 out of 10 and higher. So the order, it doesn't matter, really.
Okay, so I just want to ask, GT, we're 100% locking in. Interstellar?
That was near perfect, man. Like,
yeah? Okay. The Hobbit, are we liking that more than House of the Dragon?
Hard. I don't really know. I feel like The Hobbit, House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings are all equal. Like,
okay,
it can fluctuate.
Yeah, I agree.
I could almost swap those up and back depending on
the feeling
how I feel.
And how recent you've watched it.
Yeah, like it is very hard, man. House of the Dragon could almost go 3rd place in that, in terms of the meaning behind the story, but we love it because we love Game of Thrones. When you rewatch House of the Dragon on its own, it was probably lower, but when we watched Game of Thrones, then it got brought up. Like, it's S tier, but is it the apps on its own without Game of Thrones? Would it be the absolute S tier? Like, I don't know. I'm like sweating just doing this. I don't know. We'll leave it there for now.
Yeah, that one's hard. I think that's as close to perfect as we're going to get it.
And Breaking Bad and Pirates, this has to be based on enjoyment, not what was written better. Enjoyment-wise... Again, I'll say they're very comparable, man.
Yeah, I think it is. Look, I would only be keeping Breaking Bad like that because of you.
So but you'd put it higher than Pirates?
I could interchange. I think with the whole S tier, everything other than GOT and probably Interstellar could be interchanged. Oh, even then.
Yeah.
Like, I think this entire list is as perfect as we're going to get it right now.
For now. On a different day, it could change a lot.
100%.
But I guess, yeah... This is the list. We're going to just settle on this.
Yeah.
We're going to lock this in. Okay. So
Locking it in, Eddie.
You can start typing, all the anger typing and how dare you put mine in B and whatever else you want to do. This is the official 2024 Spartan and Pudgey tier list of everything we've watched so far.
Yeah.
We may do one of these in the far, far future. We have to do a lot more shows to, but where we are at right now, I'd say that is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. That's it.
I think that is a wrap. I mean, that is our tier list done. Our 100k special video, pretty much everything we wanted to get out.
Finito.
This ends up being a near 3-hour recording. So big video. Yeah. We were a bit nervous. Big video to do, very different. But we hope you guys enjoyed. We wanted to do this video essentially, as we said, just as a thank you to the community, as a way to interact with you guys, get to know us better, and get to sort of just commemorate our journey from start to 100k and
oh yeah, definitely not finish, not start to finish.
No, we look forward a lot to the future. There is so much fun content planned, so many heavy hitters, so many big fandoms that we've got yet to cover, movies and series. There's a lot to cover, and live action shows that are coming. So the future constantly is just surprising us, but there's a lot going on and I'm excited for all of it. Just looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Like we always like to say, we're here for not only a good time, but hopefully a long time if you guys will allow that. Yeah, we're very, very grateful for every single one of you that just has us a part of your routine, or if you like to check in with us here or there.
Yeah, and I think we didn't mention this in the intro. We were going to mention it when we were explaining the channel's origins, but when this channel, as we explained, when this channel came, it came at a time during lockdown, and I had my own struggles during lockdown, mental struggles, and you were struggling a lot with your car accident and rehabilitation. And, you know, and this gave us something to work towards and enjoy and have fun with and take our mind off those things. And so the channel came at a very pivotal time in our life, and we're now in the process of, you know, we're looking to buy a house soon and move forward in life and just take the next steps. And this channel is the backbone of that. And so it's played a very, I will forever remember, you know, the journey with this channel, and we're very grateful for it. And we are doing a, you know, a dream job. It's not without its challenges and hard work, but we are doing a dream job, and we try our best not to take it for granted.
Well, guys, we really do hope that you enjoyed this 100K special video. It was really fun for us to do and a little bit stressful, especially with those tier lists.
Yes, I'm looking forward to reading the comments and seeing the threads that are going to be made.
Yeah, please like the video. Let us know if you like content like this. Subscribe to the channel so you know when new shows or series... Well, that's the same thing, isn't it?
When new reactions are coming out.
Yeah.
And make sure to let us know in the comments what you thought. You know, we asked a lot of questions. Give us your thoughts. Again, try and be civil, but, you know, we'll be there, giving it a sus. And we hope you guys had fun. We had fun, and we'll see you guys on many, many, many more future reactions. And the road to 200K, I guess, begins.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on one of our future reactions.
See you guys.